Blog Talk Radio.
10 years ago, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire
LCS Hockey.
And we're off. It's the home of Team Doug. It is the LCS Hockey Radio Show. Brought to you as always by Honest John Churchfield and by the #1 non-updated hockey site in all the land, LCSHockey.com. LCS, just smile and blow us. All right, here we go. Drew Barrymore says that she's not a huge fan of the phone sex. Quote, I've totally tried it, but I don't think it's something I could live my life with. She does admit, however, that phone sex does has its place and says that in the past it has saved her vagina from having to get anywhere near Tom Green. Tom Green. Yeah. All right. How about this, Mike, though? Lady Gaga likes to remain abstinent while she's writing an album because she says that she will lose all her creativity because it comes from her vagina.
Yeah.
She also says that she's afraid she'll lose her good looks if she gets a vasectomy.
That's not bad, Larry.
Eh. And, you're going to like this one, Mike, though. You ready? Barry Bonds will stand trial in March 2011 and will be facing 11 counts of perjury and obstruction of justice for lying to a grand jury.
Larry?
Yeah? Hello?
Yeah, you cut out on us there.
I did?
I think so.
Huh. All right.
This is the last thing I heard. 11 counts of obstruction of or whatever. And then
Okay. All right. Barry Bonds will stand trial in March of 2011 and will be facing 11 counts of perjury and obstruction of justice for lying to a grand jury. Bonds says that he was not trying to hide his steroid use, but rather he was just protecting the treasure.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured like that, yeah. So, hey, Mike Dell, tonight on the big show, you and I, we're going to talk top 11 underrated movies.
Yeah, like overlooked movies, underrated movies, however you want to put it. You know?
Yeah, and that's about it. That's all we got.
Yeah.
That's it. So let's get it over with. Joining me as always is the editor-in-chief at LCS Hockey and a man that loves to be gluten-free. It's the very busy Thin Mint Mike Dell.
Jerry Farish. Yeah, I got a problem, Larry, already. I got the hiccups.
See, that makes no sense because you don't eat.
Yeah, how does one acquire the hiccups?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
When was
Maybe
the last time you yourself have had the hiccups?
I know sometimes if I smoke too much, I get them.
Yeah.
Like if I have too many cigarettes. Yeah.
I just started getting them about 20 minutes ago.
It doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's your body fighting back. It's rebelling.
Yeah. I don't think I've had a hiccup since you started the monologue, though. It scared them right out of me.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. Hey, you got to admit, though, the monologue was better than Joke Night last night on the Ed Show.
Yeah, the Ed, he's not so good with the jokes. But he writes them all himself, apparently.
Oh,
so you got him some slack.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. You know, I haven't talked to the Ed at all today, so I don't know if he's going to come by the show or not. But if he does, we can talk to him for a little. But, yeah. I don't want to. I think the hiccups might be gone, Larry.
All right, well, that's good, I guess. I was hoping maybe we could use that as, we're going to bag it early because Mike Dell's having a hard time talking and breathing. And
yeah, we canceled the show on Wednesday night because you called me up a few hours before the show and said, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Larry?
I just said, you know what? I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah. I was just tired. I didn't feel like doing the show.
Yeah. You're a real role model to the kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't
I
feel
try
like
my best. I try my best, but my best isn't much.
And then just a few hours before tonight's show, you called me and said, hey.
Hello? Oh, great. So we lost Mike Dell. So, he's trying to blame me in the monologue for, cutting out on him, but it's really his crappy phone. And we usually experience this every week. Usually by the end of the show, his phone dies. But, I just thought of something. The hiccups are gone, but if he can't call back, I can't do a show by myself. We'll have to bag it. All right, everybody, pass the gin. Yeah, I guess not. But, yeah, I guess if Mike Delver shows back up again, like we said earlier, we're going to talk top 11 underrated movies. These are movies that, probably didn't get the critical acclaim that they deserve. Oh, he's back. Son of a bitch. Hey, Mike Dell, you're back.
Hey, Larry, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I'll know.
Yes, apparently it's your phone.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because for the last few weeks, as soon as we end the show, and my phone just cuts out.
Yeah, that's what I was explaining to everybody.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that maybe it would cut out early, and then I was getting ready to pass the gin.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just get right into the content of the show.
All right.
Because we've prepared a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hold on.
You on the mark.
That's your hockey cue there, Mike Dell, yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk some hockey right off the top of the show, because we got to, I have a bone to pick with our buddy Sean Leahy.
All right, let's hear it.
Puck Daddy himself, Sean Leahy.
Yeah.
Have you been over to the Puck Daddy on Yahoo lately?
Yeah. Yeah, I see they're doing Mount Puckmore, I think they're calling it.
Gay. That's what I'm calling it.
Gay.
Mount Puckmore? Really? Do we need that, Leahy? Come on. You're better than that. Mount
I don't
Puckmore?
understand. I don't understand why you have a problem with it.
So you don't remember like a year ago when ESPN and Rick Riley just jammed all this stuff down our throats? Every sports center? They went through the Mount Rushmore of city sports. You don't remember that?
No. See, here's the thing, Mike Dell. When I say I hate ESPN, like you say you hate ESPN, I don't turn ESPN on, but apparently it's on all day at your house.
Yeah.
For somebody that hates it, you sure watch a lot of it.
Well, yeah, like a year ago, Rick Riley, and he's great. I don't have to tell you that.
No.
Yeah. So they just kept hammering us down our throat, a Mount Rushmore of sports. No one cared then, So why is Puck Daddy doing it now? I don't like it.
Well, it's summer. Things are slow.
It was lame a year ago, and now it's even lamer a year later.
Yeah, but it's Sean Leahy, so we give him a pass.
I know. So we got to help out Leahy here. So this is what you can do the same thing, Leahy, but just add a little twist to it.
All right, here. What's the twist? Let's hear it.
Because I'm an idea man, Larry.
Yeah.
There is no off position on the genius switch.
Well, how come when I called you earlier and said, what are we going to do on the show tonight, you were like, I got nothing.
Yeah, that was someone else. You must have had a wrong number. So here's all Leahy has to do.
Uh-huh.
Instead of calling it Mount Puckmore,
right,
just call it the Four Horsemen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And just put up a picture of Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, and Ole and Arn Anderson. And then whenever you just name the four guys from each team, and you just superimpose their faces on the bodies of the Four Horsemen. You got some. That's cool right there. It's the same thing, but it's not connected to Rick Riley, ESPN, and all that nonsense.
Well, it's a little late now, though. They already started.
No, I'm telling you, just stop it right now. It's never too late to mend. And if we learned anything from the Blues Brothers, Larry, what was it? It's never too late to mend.
I suppose.
Yeah. At the end when they're playing the Purple Gang and stuff in the prison on the wall, never too late.
Yeah. But perhaps Yahoo won't let them go that route. Maybe they don't have the rights to post WWE/WCW type images.
I don't care. You post it anyway.
Oh, you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
What are you scared of? Because really, this Mount Puckmore stuff, it's got to go.
Huh.
Four Horsemen, you got something good there. See?
We were talking about this yesterday in the chat room.
Who
goes up
chat rooms, do you?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm looking for Chris Hansen. I'll find him. But
what is Chris Hansen doing in my kitchen?
Who goes on Pittsburgh's Mount Puckmore then?
Well, first of all, Pittsburgh's Four Horsemen, you mean, and of course you got Mario Lemieux.
Right.
You got your Jaromir Jagr.
Correct.
You got your Sidney Crosby.
I agree.
And now the Ole Anderson role is a little questionable. I don't know who.
Right.
If you go old school, you could say Davy Burrows.
Uh-huh.
He was probably their best defenseman ever in franchise history. Or you could go Jean Pronovo or Salaps, one of those fellas from the Century line,
Right.
But Or you could say Tommy Barrasso.
No, absolutely not. You are wrong there.
You could say Ronnie Francis, but he's more
yes.
of a Whaler, you know?
Right.
He
now
was
that
really only in Pittsburgh a few seasons. How many years was Ronnie here? 5? Something like that? 6?
Something like that. Good enough to win 2 cups and lead that team when
Lemieux was hurt. Hey, I'm not disparaging Ronnie Francis by any means, but he's a Hartford Whaler, you know?
Okay, which begs the question, can a guy go on to...
Yeah, because I can think of 2 right off the top of my head. Patrick Waugh is going to be on Colorado. He's one of Colorado's 4 horsemen, and he's also deserves to be in Montreal, even though Montreal's loaded, you know. But Patrick Waugh, you could easily take Waugh down and put Dryden or, you know, Jacques Plante. But you got to go with, I think Patrick Waugh was the best goaltender ever, so he needs to be there. And who else I was thinking?
What about Mike Modano? Does he go in Dallas and Minnesota?
Well, yeah, but that's the same thing, really. You know?
But it's not, because there'll be the Minnesota Wild, which technically...
Oh. Well, no. You don't go in Minnesota Wild. But you go Minnesota North Stars if you're doing that. He never played for the Minnesota Wild.
I understand he never did, but it's still Minnesota hockey.
You do, though. Yeah, but I don't think you do. It's for the specific team, not the state.
But I understand that, but Minnesota Wild, they ain't got 4 guys.
Yeah, well, you go Gaborik.
Okay, who's always hurt.
Gaborik's brother, Pepe.
Oh, Pepe Gaborik, he's good. Yeah, he is good. Yeah. All right. Who, Backstrom?
Yeah, Minnesota, you know, hey, what can you do? Andrew Burnett, maybe? I don't know.
What about Columbus? What about Atlanta?
Rick Nash.
Yeah.
Columbus. Then you got your Rick Nash. Tyler Wright. Remember Tyler Wright? He was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 29?
Yeah. Ole Anderson.
Oh, Ole Anderson, yeah.
Tully Blanchard. You can put him in there.
Yeah.
But the other guy who's going to be on too, Mark Messier, Edmonton, and he's got to be on the Rangers. He brought him the cup, you know.
Yeah, so if you can go on 2, then Ron Francis definitely has to go on Pittsburgh.
You know who else could possibly go on 2 would be Patty LaFontaine in Buffalo and the Islanders, but I think he misses out on the Islanders. Because
I agree.
Boston, Trottier, Potvin, and Smith there. But, yeah. You know who's really good is a lot of times on the NHL network now, they're showing these classic games. In the last couple of weeks, they've been showing a lot of Islanders games. So I've been watching them. You know who is really good, who probably doesn't get the attention he deserves, is Denny Potvin. Holy hell, is that guy good?
The Spinorama?
No. You're thinking of Denny Savard.
Oh, that's right.
Denny Potvin, the Islanders defenseman. He is tremendous.
Is he a goalie?
No, I just said he's a defenseman.
Oh, I was thinking of Felix Potvin, the cat.
Yeah, probably.
Now, is he going Toronto's Mount Puckmore?
No, I want to check. No. Yeah, let me just...
Oh, come on, dude, the cat.
Dougie Gilmore might. You could put Gilmore possibly, but Toronto's got a big history. David Keon. All this. So I don't know how many modern Leafs are going to be on there, because I don't know if you know this, Larry, but the Leafs kind of suck.
What about Matt Sundin?
Oh, yeah, I guess Sundin could possibly be on there. He was the captain a long time, but I don't know. But getting back to my point here, you understand, Mount Puckmore, gay, 4 horsemen, great.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Sean Leahy will listen to this. He will, take your advice into consideration, and then he will laugh at you as he cashes checks. Yeah, and also we got to talk the Ottawa Senators. You see, who they get? They got some clowns to do the Ottawa Senators one, because apparently Leahy and Wyshynski, they're contacting people from the cities and who run blogs for those teams to ask them their opinion on who should be on the Mount Puckmore, and I use that term loosely. And the Ottawa kids, I don't know who they are, but they put up Alexei Yashin, who, say what you will about him, he had some dominant years in Ottawa. He has to be there. Daniel Alfredson, the best senator in history. And then you got, they put, who else do they have, Larry? A goalie to be named later. Right? Yeah, they had goalie to be named later. It was just a hockey mask. And Alexander Daig. Yeah, Alexander Daig. That's just stupid. And the people that put that up there, apparently the name of their blog is Danny Heatley Speedwagon. Oh, God. So that's classy, What you want to do is you want to name your blog after a tragic car accident. That shows you how hilariously funny they are. Yeah, I suppose, Mike Dow. Yeah. So, but Ottawa, come on. How about Norm McIver? He led the team in scoring as a defenseman one year. How about NHL 94 superstar Bob Kadowski? Get him on there. I never heard of him. Chara could be on there. How about Chris Phillips? One of the most underrated defensemen in the league. How about Ronnie Tugnut, our buddy Ronnie Tugnut? He had some good years in Ottawa.
mix it up, make it fun.
What about Ray Emery?
Yeah. No. But there's no reason to put a goalie be named later Alexander Day. That's just silly and stupid. And yeah.
Well, speaking of them contacting other bloggers, did you see the girl from the San Jose Sharks blog?
No.
Oh, you're going to want to check that out.
And I'm going to guess she knows a lot about hockey too.
I didn't even read anything. I was looking at the picture. Something about like a decent looking chick in a hockey jersey. You know? It's material. That's all I'm saying, Mike Dell. It's material.
Which is once again why you're such a big fan of Jason Spezza.
Yeah, and Kevin Smith. So, I don't even know what that means.
All right, so Leahy, I know you're out there. I know you're listening. 4 Horsemen, not Mount Puckmore.
Do it up, Leahy. Do it up. Woo!
You're welcome.
Why don't you do that then?
I don't have time for nonsense.
Yeah. What are you
very
doing?
Busy. I got this magazine I'm reading.
Yeah, still with the magazine, huh?
I've been very busy lately, though, Larry. It's been quite the hectic summer for me. Do you want to go over some of my social engagements that I've been doing lately?
Yeah, what have you been up to? Because you don't usually leave the house, so...
No, it's been a hectic couple weeks for me. I went to a wedding.
A wedding? Who got married? You got married
my
again?
wife's sister.
Oh, your wife's sister.
Yeah,
Could be your sister-in-law.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and how
that works, yeah.
How was that?
It was all right. It was at a lodge called Stonehenge.
Stonehenge, uh-oh.
Yeah. So I just went up there and, tried to tell people about Stonehenge and whatever.
Where is that? Is that in Indiana?
No, it's in Acme, PA.
Acme. Huh.
Which is also where Wile E. Coyote gets all his little tricks.
Yes, that is true.
So while I was there, I picked up a pair of rocket roller skates.
Oh, see, I would have went with the looks like a train tunnel coming through a mountain. That big ink spot. I would have got that.
Yeah.
That was always my favorite.
So I went to a wedding, and it was funny. I think it was very hot that day. It was like 96 degrees or something, and we're outside in this wedding. And I remember the pastor saying, "All right, I know it's hot, people. I'll make it quick." And then the next thing you hear, let me just read a passage from Corinthians 3:16, and then when he's done, he goes, into something Luke, something or other. He kept reading the Bible, and it was very hot. Yeah.
See, even if it's a nice cool day, I don't want to hear Bible scripture. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. He had a lot in the holster that day.
Oof.
He kept digging them out. But I think the best moment of the afternoon was we took my wife's grandmother to the wedding, and when and she's in her 80s, and we're
Didn't
driving
you say she's a big drinker?
No, she doesn't drink. But we were driving up there, up to the lodge, and on the side of the road there's a statue of this guy wrestling a snake.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't,
okay.
I don't even want to get into what that means. But she looked at it and she said, "What the F is that?" Yeah. But she didn't, she worked blue.
Yeah.
I sensed it from the
blue.
ordinance. Yeah, but she was very upset by it. That was the highlight of the afternoon, I think.
And what did you eat?
I didn't eat anything.
No.
Yeah, well, some Rolaids, I think, is what I had.
Yeah. I thought you were off of those.
I was, but I was very ill that day, so I had to bust them out. Yeah.
So you went to a wedding?
Yeah, I went to a wedding.
Was this
and
like
then,
yeah.
Okay.
No, I was just going to ask. I'm just interested in the food selection. Was it like a buffet kind of thing, or was it?
I don't even know, because I when they busted out the food, I just bailed. I just went for a walk. I just got out of there. Yeah.
Huh. All right.
There's a bar. There's an open bar.
But you didn't drink.
No.
Good Lord. You're a party and a half to go out with, Mike Dell. I'll be honest with you.
A one-man party. Don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So then this past week, my uncle from Wisconsin, he came down with his girlfriend and her 2 kids, and we had quite the active weekend here. We went to Steelers training camp.
Ooh, how was that, Mike Dell?
Well, let me just say I made the team.
You made the team. Nice. What are you going to be doing? Passing out towels and Gatorades?
Defensive end.
Yeah. Oh, D-end. Look at you.
But I got to tell you, I haven't been at Steelers training camp since I was a little fella, and it really wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be just a madhouse, but it really wasn't that crowded. It wasn't too bad.
Well, we talked about this a few days ago, but I think one of our listeners, 18 the Lax, he saw you at Steelers training camp.
Yeah, this is what I heard from you, and you were saying, no, he swears it's you. First of all, he's never seen a picture of me, so how would he know it's me? But and he said he described me to you. He said, well, he's wearing a Penguins hat. And I'm like, yeah, but a lot of people wear Penguins hats, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's me. And then he goes, yeah, but he's very thin.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and
oh,
that
yeah,
was
that
you.
That might be
Yeah.
me then, yeah.
Yep.
But here's the thing, 18 to lax, just to put it in perspective, I probably put on about 10 pounds lately.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Well, how much water can you really drink, Mike? Though you know you can
Oh, no,
OD
I'm packing on
water.
the pounds. I got to tell you. Yeah.
What? How do you pack on the pounds when you don't eat?
I don't know. I think it's just old age. The metabolism going down.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that water, all of a sudden, like, got to watch out for that. You better cut back on that, Mike, though.
So now I'm just thin. I'm not, like, freakishly thin.
I see.
It's a fine line.
So, Steelers training camp, a lot of mullets, a lot of...
Yeah, here's the thing. Did we talk about because you told me to look for Kevin Green jerseys and stuff?
Yeah.
I didn't see one Kevin Green jersey there.
See,
also, I didn't see one pair of Zubaz there. I thought
that's also bogus.
Yeah, I did see a couple mullets, I believe.
Of course you did.
But
that was just women.
Would you like to guess the most popular Steeler jersey I saw there?
Was it... Terry Bradshaw.
No, I don't think I saw one Terry Bradshaw jersey.
What? That's bullshit then.
Yeah, I don't think. As far as old school players, I saw I think 2 Rocky Blyers.
Okay.
Like 3 Jack Lamberts, and that was about it as far as the old guys go. Now, I think the most popular one was Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, I could see that.
Number 2 would probably be Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I could see that too.
People still were busting out the number 7 jerseys.
It doesn't matter anymore. That was months ago, Mike Dell. It's football season now.
Yeah, people don't even care anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were driving up there, and I heard a guy on the radio. He's like, who cares? He gave us 2 rings. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As long as he ain't raping Mendenhall, they don't care.
Yeah. So 2 rings equal 1 rape, apparently.
Yeah.
You're
apparently.
hope. Yeah.
You better hope.
Also popular, Heinz Ward was very popular.
Yeah, I could see that.
In fact, my uncle was wearing a Heinz Ward jersey.
Ah.
And I think number 4 would be Heath Miller, which I thought was surprising.
Yeah. He had 75 catches last year.
Yeah, a lot of people like the Heath Miller.
And he's white, dude. He's a white
that's right.
guy.
You brought up that. He's a white fella. And
Pittsburgh is
loves
a
the white fella.
racist town.
Yes, it is.
Because if you think about it, Polamalu, what's he, Polynesian, Samoan, something like that. Roethlisberger's white. Heinz Ward is very, very light-skinned. Plus, he's half Korean.
Yeah.
They don't like the black people here in Pittsburgh. I hate to break it to everybody listening, but Pittsburgh is a racist town.
Yeah, you don't think it is, and then just out of the blue, someone will say something like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Lynch mob. Yeah, it just comes out of nowhere.
So, so that was Steelers training camp. I'm trying to think what else really happened there. Not much.
Did they do, like, the goal line drill, or was it more like running through the tires kind of shit?
Yeah, it was more just they're broken up into individual little groups. QBs and receivers are working out together, and the linemen were doing little, step drills and whatnot. It wasn't anything too exciting. Although someone did get hammered, but I couldn't even tell who hit who, though. So I don't know.
Was it Jeff Reed?
Yes.
Although
they were working on like a fake field goal thing where they're pitching the ball to Jeff Reed, and he was running.
Was he running and then punching a paper towel dispenser?
And then urinating in the parking lot as well.
Yes. Yeah. He likes to party, from what I understand.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, so then after that, later that night, we went to we went out to eat, of course, and I don't even know what I ate. I ate a salad or something.
You ate?
Yeah, I went out to like 3 restaurants while they were here, and I kept getting I think I got a salad. I don't know. Something.
What was the name of this restaurant? We got to give them a plug. Anywhere that you're going to eat. They got
Gianelli's here in Carbon, little town of Carbon, PA.
Never heard of the restaurant? Never heard of the town?
Not even really a town, I don't think. I think it's just like an intersection. But yeah, it's great. And then that night, though, we went to the drive-in.
Ooh, let's hear it, Mike Dell.
Yeah.
What was playing?
When was the last time you were at a drive-in, Larry?
I went to see Independence Day, so whatever day that came out, yeah.
Because when I was a kid, we used to go all the time, and I'm trying to think when the last vivid memory I have at a drive-in was Back to the Future.
Oh my God, Back to the Future, the drive-in.
I would have been like 10. Yeah.
That would have been great.
And I also saw The Money Pit.
Oh, God. You were the one?
Yeah. And a few other movies. But, yeah, Back to the Future is the last vivid memory I have. But it was only $6 a person and $1 for kids.
That's a good deal. It's a good
and you get 2 movies for that, you know?
And what were the movies?
Once again, we had kids with us. So we had a 10-year-old little girl, and then there was a 7-year-old little boy with us. So they wanted to see Cats and Dogs 2, Revenge of Kitty Galore. Is that what it's called?
Something like that, yeah. And?
Terrific.
I figured it.
It was, it was all right for a kids movie. It wasn't really too memorable or good at all. I don't know, but the kids seemed to enjoy it. So
let me ask you this: were you lost not seeing Cats and Dogs 1, or did you see that?
No, because I know how to construct a screenplay, so I can figure things out, you know. But otherwise, I probably would have been lost because it was very confusing.
Yeah. I understand.
I think Chris O'Donnell was in it, I believe, or is that?
Wow, he's still working.
Yeah, he's the guy that played Robin in that tremendous Batman and Robin movie, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So he still has a job. That's good to hear, I guess.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else did. Oh, you know who else was in it? Sally from Mad Men.
Sally Draper?
Yeah, Sally Draper. She was in it.
Oh, God. I hate that kid. I'll be honest with you. And before we get into Mad Men, you know, she was like a focal point of this week's episode, and I was not happy about it.
Yeah, we'll get into Mad Men in a minute here.
Yeah.
But, Cats and Dogs, too. And then the second movie was Inception.
Oh, see, that combination makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah, really it doesn't. And I don't know if Inception's a movie you want to see at the drive-in.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, it's kind of,
complex.
Yeah, because we were just monkeying around with the kids there for a while, and we weren't paying attention. And then by the time the little fellas fell asleep there, we were, 20 minutes, half hour in the movie, and we didn't know what the hell was going on. You know?
Now, when you went to the drive-in, was everybody in one car? Or did you take more than one car?
When they came up here, they rented a big 7-passenger van.
Uh-huh.
So we all, Sherry and I, A- and I went with the 4 of them. And my other uncle went, and he drove his own car. So then some of us sat in his car, and then, the rest of the 2 of us and the 2 kids were in the van watching the movies. But here's the thing, though. It rained as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so that's always a good time when it rains at a drive-in.
Yeah.
So you can't go sit outside or anything. But yeah, so that's the driving experience. That was something. And then I think it would have been, I don't even know what today is, Friday, so it probably would have been Tuesday. We went to Kennywood.
Oh, see, I haven't been there in a long, long time.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Kennywood is an amusement park here just outside of Pittsburgh, and it was established in 1898, Larry. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know it's been around for a long time, and I heard you talking to the Ed about it last night, and he laughed. But Kennywood's pretty famous.
Yeah, it is. It was actually like one of the top roller coaster places in the world, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Like the Thunderbolt was like the #1 roller coaster for a long time before all this modern technology and whatnot.
I love the Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
I've never been on it.
Love it. So I don't like the roller coasters.
I hate them. I've never been on any of them.
Really? In your whole life,
No.
you've never been on a roller coaster?
I've been on one roller coaster, and I did not like it.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it either. It's the heights and the the speed and whatnot. I like to sit in a chair.
Yeah.
I like to take naps with my cat, go to the library, that kind of stuff.
I don't like that. I don't like either one of those 2 things. But, yeah, I like sitting and watching television.
Yeah.
Drinking. I like to drink.
Yeah, so it was me, my uncle, the wife, and the little girl, the 10-year-old girl. And when we get there, I told him, I didn't even want to go. It was like a spur-of-the-moment decision that I decided to go. I'm like, well, I'm not going to ride any of these roller coasters. I don't like them, And but as soon as we get there, like, come on, just ride one. So I rode the Jackrabbit.
Right.
Are you familiar with the Jackrabbit, Larry?
I'm familiar with it. I know of it. I've seen people ride it. I've never gotten on it.
It's an old wooden roller coaster. And I got to tell you, it doesn't look that, from the ground, it doesn't look that high. But you get in there. It's pretty high, Larry.
Yeah. Yeah, anything more than like 6 feet, I'm done. It's just too much.
Yeah. Yeah, so I did that, and I didn't enjoy it. And then we went on this thing called the Raging Rapids.
I like that.
Yeah, you get in this like a big circular inner tube thing, about 6 people in it, and then they go down these raging rapids, and you just get wet, and that water is pristine.
Oh yeah, it's very clean.
Yeah.
I think it comes right from the rivers of the Pittsburgh area, which
not enough chlorine in the world.
Ugh.
But at one point there's a part where you go under a waterfall. You know
yeah.
What I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Not everybody in the little inner tube there gets hit by it because it's just kind of off to the side. So we're going in, and it looks like the wife is going to get hit by the waterfall. You know, that's hilarious. You know.
Yeah, that's a good time.
But no, it's fun, and sure enough, I took the waterfall.
Yeah, I usually take the full brunt too.
Yeah, no one else even got a drop on them. Just bang, right on my head.
And you know what I usually do at that point, Mike Dell?
Cry?
I usually pee my pants because at that point nobody's going to know the difference.
Yeah, who's going to know?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. It was a kind of a chilly, rainy day. So, and this is like the second ride we did. And it's like 10:30 in the morning. And we don't leave there till like 9 o'clock at night. So the whole day we're just drenched and wet and miserable.
You stayed all day.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Ay.
But I didn't ride any of the other roller coasters. Everyone else had these VIP coaster passes. So at certain times, like on the hour, they would just meet at one roller coaster, and they could all just cut the line. You go in the exit instead of waiting in line, and they just put you right on because you're VIPs.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to be a VIP, Larry.
You're like living the entourage lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, not me. I sat on the bench while they did all this stuff. I held like purses and stuff while they all did roller coasters.
More than
usual.
That
was enough excitement for me, you know.
Yeah. Right.
But the wife and the little 10-year-old girl, they did everything. They did every ride you can imagine. They did the fastest. They got this roller coaster there called the Phantom's Revenge, I believe.
I haven't even been there since they built that.
It's super duper high and really fast. Apparently, it's so fast. My uncle said when he was on it that he had to close his eyes because he could feel his contacts sliding off his eyeballs. No exaggeration. That's how fast it is. He literally happened to him. And so I'm waiting there for them to come off of it, and the little 10-year-old comes running out, and she goes, "That is awesome!" Yeah, all right, whatever. So her and the wife go in, and they get in line again, and they ride it a second time.
Oh my God,
that's insanity. Did you ever see that one where these big hydraulic swings? They go flying up in the air, like I don't know, 100 feet or so in the air. Did you ever see those?
Yeah, I suppose.
The wife almost talked me in, and she goes, "It's just a swing." And I'm like, "Oh, no, I'll sit this one out." So me and my uncle are just going over there talking, and here I'm watching this thing. And it's like a 6-story building flying up in the air, and it's nuts. What the hell is that, a swing?
Yeah, that's not a swing at all.
It's crazy. And then there's one where it's similar to that, but they flip you completely over, and they do 360s. And her and the little girl did that one.
I can't get into that.
No, it's disturbing. And they also have something called the Pitfall, I believe. Or no.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, it's called the Pitfall, yeah.
They also have the Pittsburgh Plunge, which is another water thing that gets you wet, but we were already drenched, so we didn't do that. But they have this thing, the Pitfall. It's just like a big, basically a big pole, and you sit in these things, and they bring you up there. I don't know how tall it is. Like, I don't know, Empire State Building tall? I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah, it's probably, I'd say, 150, 200 feet.
It's very high.
Yeah.
And they pull you up there, and you sit there for a second, and then they just drop you.
Yeah.
Yeah, her and the little girl, they did that as well.
Yeah. My brother-in-law loves that ride. That's his favorite ride.
I just don't get it.
Seems kind of pointless to me.
I guess people try and put pennies. They try and put a penny on their knee when they're going up, and when you drop, the penny like suspends in the air.
Oh, really?
Down with you, and then it just lands right on your leg again because it's so quick, like the drop. I don't understand it either, but if they catch you trying to sneak a penny in there, they stop and kick you out.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. A minus is yelling from the other room. It's 250 feet high.
250. Wow.
Yeah. It's nonsense.
The producer is producing tonight.
Yeah. Crazy.
She's our one listener.
So so that was Kennywood. It stayed till 9:30. My quest the whole day was trying to win a stuffed monkey.
And?
I came home with a monkey, but my uncle won it. I didn't win it.
Now, how much is it to play a game there?
It depends on the game. Like there's a couple football toss things. They're like $2 a ball or 3 for $5.
Oof.
Yeah, and my uncle was just paying for everything. He was shelling out the money left and right. But we both missed on the because we were going for the big far tire, and I've been throwing football in many a moon. I hit the tire twice, but I didn't get it in there. And then we did a shorter one, and we each won a prize for the kids there. And then, but I was trying to win a big monkey, a big gigantic stuffed monkey. It had to be like 3 feet, 4 feet tall. I don't know, 5 feet tall. It's huge, right? I'm not so good with the measurements. And you had to bounce ping pong balls into little glass cups that are floating in a pool of water.
Oh yeah, I know that game.
Yeah, and you get like $5 for a bucket, and I probably tried like $15 worth, and I didn't win a damn thing. And then as soon as I'm done with the one time, I'm very frustrated by it. Because they always get in and skip out. You know, here, this little girl, she can't be more than 6. She comes up there, throws a ping pong ball, bang, right in the cup. I'm like,
showing up by a little 6-year-old kid, Mike Dow.
Yeah. And then I come back the third time to try it, and the girl working the counter goes, "Oh, just before you got here, someone won on their first try." Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in, Kristen Stewart. Eee.
So Adventureland, is that what that is?
Yeah, that was an Adventureland reference.
So I couldn't get the big giant monkey, but my uncle, there's another game where you throw baseballs. It's pretty much a classic carnival game. Like the little things, like stuffed creature things, they look like clowns in a big row along a back wall, and you hit.
Oh yeah.
So you get 4 throws for $2, and if you go 4 for 4, you win a big prize, which in this case was a medium-sized monkey, not a gigantic monkey like I want, but a medium, good-looking monkey. And if you go 3 for 4, you win a cheaper prize, you know. So the first time I do it, 3 for 4, you know. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to win me a monkey. But nope, I kept missing.
Was it your candy arm?
No, I was throwing heat, you know. I was like sliders, 2-finger fastballs, 4-seamers. I don't care. I was doing it all. People were, you know, there were a couple of scouts in attendance. I'm not going to lie. They offered me contracts, but I couldn't win the monkey.
Ugh.
Yeah. So then we come back later in the evening. I tried again. Not even close to winning a monkey. I'm just zipping them right by I'm going like 2 for 4 and stuff. So my uncle gets up there. My uncle's a big strapping fella. You know, he's like, we look similar, except I look like a malnourished version of him.
Yeah, he's like healthy.
Yeah, he's like 6'2", 235.
Right.
He's a big weightlifting fella his whole life. So, but he gets up there and he's throwing the ball, and it's kind of sad watching him throw. I'm just going to be honest. It's sad because he can't throw. You know.
No scout.
His baseball, it's going by the little fluffy guys, and it's barely clipping them on the ear, and they're like wobbling and tipping over. And I think 1 or 2 balls actually hit him and bounce back, but still knocks him down. But here he goes. But here it is, 3 for 3. He throws again, 4 for 4. He knocks down, and he wins me a monkey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, and you kept the monkey?
Oh yeah, we got the monkey. Maybe I'll put a picture up online so everybody can enjoy the monkey. But yeah, I'm looking at him right now. He's sitting in my living room. And A-, she was kind of happy that we just got the medium-sized monkey because she knew if I got the gigantic monkey, we'd have to decorate the whole house around it. You know?
Or it would be soiled, if you know what I'm saying.
But so we got the monkey sitting in a little basket, and it's a handsome.
Does it have like a little banana sewn into its hand?
No, he was wearing a shirt that said Skyrocket. Kennywood Skyrocket, because that's one of the roller coasters there. But we took the shirt off and gave it to the little girl to put on a stuffed animal we won for her. So, yeah.
Now, do they still have at Kennywood? Do they still have that? You know how fast you're throwing. I forget what they call the game.
I didn't see it.
That used to be over by the Jackrabbit, and it was just like a radar gun.
I'm sure I would have won if they had it. You know?
Well, you got like 2 balls just to like gauge your speed, and then on the 3rd ball you had to say exactly how fast you were going to throw that ball.
Well,
do you remember that game? And you could win like
game in the world you could rig. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, you could definitely rig that game. Yeah. But yeah, you could win like little batting helmets or baseball caps. I always liked that game.
I'm trying to think what other games they had there. Yeah, the baseball one we were doing, I think that's the best one. If you ever go to Kennywood, that's the best one for your value, too, because I think it's pretty easy to go 3 for 4 and win a prize, and then if you go 4 for 4, you get a monkey, and you can't beat that. Yeah. I
always liked that game. I don't know what it's called. It's not really like... you go inside of a building, and you sit down, and you got to roll, like, racket balls into, like, these little, like little... Yeah, like there's a whole building. It used to be over by like where the I guess the Jackrabbit and all that is. It's over that way. It's like a building, and you sit down. There's like a little. It's inside. It's inside. You sit down at like a little bar stool, and like 20 people are playing all at the same time, and you got to roll this racquetball up underneath like this little piece of plexiglass, and there's like numbered holes. and you're trying to get you're trying to make a line, and you get tickets, and then you would cash them tickets in for prizes.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there. I didn't see that one, but the uncle and I, when I went, we used to go all the time when I was a little kid, and he used to spend the whole day basically playing skee ball. You know.
Yeah.
So I challenged him in the skee ball, and then once again I embarrassed him in the skee ball because I'm the champ, I'm the best.
Yeah.
But we got all these tickets, and then we go at the end of the day, hey, let's cash in these tickets, and you can get like a pencil. You know?
Yeah, I hear you. You know, what we used to do is, we'd always get to the skee ball machine, way in the back, and you get the last one on the end of the row, and then you would just, kind of pick the balls up and, walk up next to the machine and just throw them in, the 50 spot.
That sounds like cheating.
No, it's not cheating. It's not cheating. I don't know how that.
Yeah, Kennywood. I haven't been there, probably at least 17 years or so. More than that, probably a good 20 years. I guess. How old am I, Larry?
I think you're 47.
Holy hell! Probably 30 years then I haven't been Kennywood. But it's a nice little place. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Because I don't like the people, and I can't really eat a lot there. Hey, although we did get the little girl a funnel cake. She had never had a funnel cake before.
What?
Yeah.
That's a
She's
crime.
from Wisconsin. What can you do? But, yeah. For people out there who don't know what a funnel cake is, why don't you explain it to them, Larry?
It's fried dough with powdered sugar on top of it.
Yeah, that's it. They just squeeze dough into grease and then powder sugar it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious. I love it.
That's it. Yeah. That was a big Kennywood day. And then what else, Larry? I think that's it. I've just been trying to recover ever since. I'm very tired.
Yeah, well, that's a lifetime's worth of activities for you that you crammed into a 4-day span.
Yes, it is.
Because didn't you also, you guys hung out another day, at your parents' house or something?
Yeah. Then we went out to dinner again that day, or lunch, I should say, and I had to eat out again. I had another salad. I never had so many salads in my life.
Now, let me ask you, what do you get on the salad? Do you just ask for lettuce?
Yeah, basically no cheese or dressing, just whatever the mixed greens are. And then, although sometimes, the wife, she got a garden burger and fries, and I ate her French fries. I put the French fries right on the salad. I'm not scared.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Grease?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm putting on weight, Larry. I had French fries probably 3 times in the last week.
Now, did you eat potato patch French fries at Kennywood?
No, because the line was too long. We didn't feel like waiting in line.
You wait in line for potato patch French fries, Mike Dell. You wait in line.
We probably should have on second thought. Yeah, that would have been good, but we didn't make it.
It's the only reason to go to Kennywood. You get the fries with the gravy and the cheese. They're so good. So good.
I'm trying to think what else about Kennywood I enjoyed. Well, the whip. That was always my favorite ride as a kid, the whip. Me and my grandfather would ride it for hours because he didn't like to walk around, so we'd just go sit in the whip and we'd ride it nonstop. But here when we went to go to the whip, I had such a splitting headache, I was so nauseous. And I'm like, well, let's do the whip anyway. And halfway through, I just thought for sure I was going to throw up.
Oh, God.
Terrible. This is terrible.
You throw up on the whip, and you never lived that down.
Yeah, I know. It's embarrassing,
Yeah.
But here's how nauseous I was, though. Because I have a lot of sinus trouble, and just the weather this time of year is terrible. And it was half rain and half not rain and really humid, so my head was just splitting. But how sick I was, Larry, I had to beg off the turtles. They wanted to ride the turtles. The turtles that go up and down.
Yeah, the turtle. It's over by the potato patch.
I said, nope, not for me. I can't handle the turtles.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to go to Kennywood one more time before I die.
But it's $30 a throw just to get in.
I hear you. That's why I don't want to go. I can't afford that.
Yeah, it's rough. All right, Larry, so, that's the big social activity. Now, let's get to TV. Now, we usually have a theme song we play for the TV, but Blog Talk, if you don't use it for a couple of weeks, they just get rid of it, which I don't think is right.
Is it gone?
So we need, a theme song to play, because I think the key to fake radio, Larry, we've learned through 2 years of doing this, we keep in mind, we don't follow our own advice. Defined segments and theme songs. Those are the keys to fake radio.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if they took it, and it does look like they took it.
Yeah, it's gone. So maybe no.
Tina Fey has balls.
That's not the theme song. I don't want to ever hear that song again.
Oh, I'm going to play it at the end of the show tonight.
All right, we'll just get into your Big Brother talk or whatever.
All right, do you want me to play the theme song for that?
Do we have to?
Not really. All right, Big Brother, Mike Dell. A couple key points that have been going on in the Big Brother house. Last week, before Andrew, he's the Jewish guy, before he got, evicted out of the house, he gave a rousing speech. Like everybody always gets the last plea speech before the voting takes place.
And let me just give an example of how the speeches usually go. They usually stand up and say, I like everybody here. You're all great. We stay friends throughout. You're great people. And if you decide to keep me in the house,
I'd be grateful, yeah.
Yeah, and we can still be friends and play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Thank you.
Yeah. Andrew decided to go a different direction with his little speech. And he kind of like pinpointed out a secret romance that's been going on in the house between Hayden, the surfer guy, and the girl we refer to as Catface.
Yeah, because she looks like a cat.
Yeah, she has a cat face. She has a nice body, but she's got that cat face. I just can't get past it. But apparently they've been keeping this under wraps. But little do they know, Andrew's up like 2 beds away, and he can hear all the slurping and the...
Yeah, I know. I like how top secret they keep it.
Yeah,
in the same room with another dude. He's wide awake.
Yeah, he's wide awake, and he can't hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guess what? He heard you, and he called you guys out. And this is all right before the voting is about to take place. And regardless, he still got eliminated. But when they went outside, they did the little head of household competition. Rachel, who's becoming increasingly annoying, Mike Dell.
Yeah, you used to love her, but she's just very annoying.
Yeah, like she's becoming a little C-ish, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she ends up winning the head of household, and then her and Catface, they get into it out in the yard. They start yelling at each other, screaming at each other. Oh, it's been good between those two. They start screaming and yelling, and then later on, even old Rachel, she comes to apologize, and Catface, she wants nothing to do with it. She says, I don't accept your apology. And they get into another little fight and all this sort of thing. Meanwhile, Rachel's had a household, but Catface ain't scared. She keeps saying, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Well, guess what? Last night she went somewhere. She's gone now, too, so no more Catface. But what else has been going on? Also another little angle. They're going to offer the new saboteur role to Enzo, I guess, to see if Enzo wants to be the saboteur now. What do you think of that?
Reagan. I thought Reagan won the vote.
I think Enzo won I think he was first. I think Reagan was second.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I think that was dependent upon, if Enzo would have happened to win the head of household competition, which was held last night, then Reagan would be the next highest vote getter, and he would be offered. But I'm almost certain that Enzo was the number one guy.
So who won the head of household? Because that was another endurance challenge. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, apparently Matt's really good at standing on things for a long period of time. Because he won one a couple weeks ago where they had to stand on a surfboard. Last night, he had to stand on a big, gigantic can of paint.
Well, he has to put up Rachel and Brennan this time, right?
You would think, yeah. Yeah, you would think.
He screwed up the first time he didn't do it. He's got to do it this time.
Right. So, yeah, you would think. But it came down to him and Reagan again, just like it was in the surfboard competition. Him and Reagan were the last two in both of those categories. But apparently Matt can really stand. He can stand on things.
Well, what if that Matt character, what if he goes to Brendan and Rachel and say, hey, let's form an alliance? Because what's Lane and Enzo Meow Meow going to win?
I hear you.
Brennan and Rachel win everything that Matt doesn't. So,
But at the same time, how does that really benefit him to split off with three people that are? Yeah, but he's got 3 people now that are loyal to him. He's only picking up 2 people that'll be loyal to him, and there's no guarantee they would even be loyal to him. They could turn on him.
Yeah, but you get rid of one of the other 3 that were. You're stabbing them in the back, so you're down to 2. I don't know. But I just don't know if, like Enzo and I'm putting way too much strategy into Big Brother. I'm thinking way too much about it.
Well, the thing I don't get is why Rachel and Brendan never tried to pick up Brittany or Reagan to be part of an alliance of sorts. You know what I mean? Why do they want to isolate themselves?
Because apparently they never realized that the Brigade is an alliance.
Yeah, but Catface is starting to figure it out. She was figuring out, and she got the boot, but she was sniffing around, and She knows there's something going on there, but now, she's gone, so it doesn't really matter. But the problem I don't understand with Rachel and Brendan is, like, when Rachel, this is her second head of household last week, and as soon as she gets that head of household, she gets cocky, like she's never going to not be head of household again.
Yeah.
Look, lady, you're only going to be there 7 days. A week from now, you're back in the same boat, and everybody's gunning for you. Stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
She just gloats and taunts and smiles and mocks. You're going to be back there in a week. This is why people hate you.
Yeah.
She has to be one of the worst players. She has to be.
And you keep a running scorecard of the best and worst players because you love Big Brother that much.
I do.
Where does the season rank for you? You love the season already, right?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I can't give you a ranking until we're said and done, but if I had to give it a 1 to 10, it's about a 7.5 season right now.
Well, my favorite, one thing we need to talk about is that they had a luxury challenge where they got to see the movie The Other Guys.
Yeah.
Marky Mark and Will Ferrell. And this is all you need to know about that Rachel broad. She comes out of seeing that movie, and she says, that movie was hilarious. It was the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. Well, that is a ringing endorsement, though.
Yeah.
They probably told her to say that, though, at the same time.
Yeah, because that would be hilarious. No one mentions the movie.
Yeah. But, at the same time, when you've been in the house for 35 days and you've had nothing to do, any movie would be the best movie you've ever seen.
Well, Will Ferrell, what happened to his career? Really?
I don't know. This movie, though, is getting good reviews.
Really?
Yeah. If you check Rotten Tomatoes, it's like an 80.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty high. That's a pretty high ranking.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So, all right, enough of the Big Brother nonsense. Let's get to a real TV show, The Mad Men, episode 2.
Mad Men!
Oh, please. I'm begging you.
No, I'm always going to do it, Miguel. Always.
So episode 2 of The Mad Men, what did you think, Larry? It was great. It was a Christmas episode.
Yeah, it was at Christmas time. Yep. This was definitely better than episode 1. Not that episode 1 was bad, but a little more action going on in episode 2 here.
Loved episode 1, loved episode 2. Just the same. Oh, it was great.
Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of what took place, we heard Feeney and Damashek discussing the three
Dave's
broads.
AdamCarolla.com.
Yeah, Dave's the Thunder, Adam Carolla. They were discussing the three broads that Draper, had a shot with at some point during this episode, and they were ranking them. How say you, Mike Dell?
Yeah, that nurse was creepy looking. I don't know.
Yes. You talking about the next door neighbor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate her. She'd be third on my list.
Yeah, she'd be, I think, Secretary 2, and then the blonde broad number 1.
Exactly. That's how I feel, too. But, Feeney and Dave, they both like the neighbor lady, and they both like the secretary.
That neighbor was real creepy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought her face wasn't working for me.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, definitely blonde lady who ran the focus group would be number 1 on the hit list. Then we throw that secretary in there for shits and gigs. And then,
speaking of creepy, what about that little Glenn? That little fellow?
Oh, see, this is what I was talking about before, the angle with Sally Draper. Yeah. I don't like that kid for some reason.
He's the Matthew Weiner or whatever. That's his kid.
Oh, that's his kid?
Yeah, in real life, that's his kid.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw Glenn in, was it last season? I don't know, whatever season. He was trying to put the moves on Betty.
All of them, pretty much. Yeah. He was trying to get with Betty. Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to bed Betty.
Yeah.
And I guess since he can't get her, he's going to go after Sally. Unless this is just a ploy to get closer to Betty again. Maybe he can, hey, let me get in there. But yeah. But yeah, Christmas episode. Dawn, rejected.
Yeah. Because you kept thinking throughout the episode, as soon as A-Minus and I were watching, as soon as she saw the blonde lady, she goes, oh, that's going to be Draper's next conquest right there.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. And now he doesn't get her. Doesn't get the nurse.
He tried, though. He tried.
Even though the nurse was, in his bed, he pulls her into the bed with him, but nope, she begs off.
Yep.
But, then he beds the secretary. That's a mistake, Don. You can't get
Yeah.
He's always stayed away from the company. He never got mixed business with the pleasure. And now he's banging his own secretary. He's just like Roger Sterling now,
Yeah. He's getting to that point.
Yeah. And then the best is he gives her the bonus, the $2 50 bills and the card. you know.
Yeah, and never a mention of the night before.
Yeah. So, but the interesting line that I took from this episode was when the psychiatrist lady, she walked in and she was talking to him, and he asked her out to dinner, and she's like, no, that's okay. Whatever. She goes, but don't worry, you'll be married within a year. And he goes, what do you mean? She goes, oh, I keep forgetting you people don't like to realize your types. But now, that line wasn't just a throwaway. That was there for a reason, I'm thinking. So keep that in mind when you're watching the season go as it progresses.
Look at you, foreshadowing.
Yeah, something's going to happen. That's why, I don't know, maybe the secretary, you think she gets pregnant or something?
Oh, God.
And then Dawn has
I don't know.
And then he becomes just like Roger Sterling, marrying a secretary. But the other thing is, I saw something else. I was on Cousin Brandon's blog the other day, because he put up the Anger alphabet letter K for keeping it real.
Keeping it real?
Yeah. Keeping it real. I was hoping it would be kosher, because Brandon was supposed to come on and explain what kosher is to us, but, yeah. He was busy. He couldn't make it.
He's very busy.
Yeah. But anyway, I was over on his blog, and he has a link to a Mad Men blog called Basket of Kisses. Do you remember that episode, season 1, when Peggy comes up with that tagline, Basket of Kisses for the lipstick?
Yeah. With the lipstick?
Well, apparently that's the name of the blog, yeah. And I just went over there first time, and I was reading up some of the things. And the writer over there made a good point. Don Draper's pretty much becoming Duck Phillips.
Ooh, not
Remember
Duck.
Yeah. Duck made his way through the episode, and then he became a drunkard, and then he fell out. And Draper's just a lush, you know.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stress right now.
Yeah, because that first night he comes home in this episode, he's hammered. I thought, oh, what, they already had the Christmas party? He's coming back from it. No, it's just a normal day. He's hammered.
Yeah, it's just Tuesday.
Yeah, and how about our buddy Freddie Rumson came back, too?
Yeah.
He's on the wagon. Freddie's clean and sober.
Now, what was going on with him and the Pond's Cream guy?
Well, the Pond's Cream guy, they knew each other from AA. You know?
Okay, but like whenever Pond's Cream guy, like he met with the Roger Sterling there,
yeah.
and then Freddie like called him and he's like, well, what did he say? And then all of a sudden Freddie had to roll.
Yeah, because Freddie had to go meet with him to try and keep him sober. You know, keep him off from the sauce.
Oh, okay. See, I thought maybe it was something with Freddie's job.
No.
Okay.
Freddie's concerned for a fellow alcoholic falling off the wagon.
Look at him.
But yeah, how about, and then Sterling, the Christmas party with the Lucky Strike guy. He has to put on the Santa suit.
Yeah, he doesn't want to.
Ooh, that was great stuff there.
Yeah.
But of course, the highlight of the episode, Joan leading the conga line, right?
Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
Boom, boom. Yeah, get them chesticles bouncing around a little bit.
Holy hell.
I'm happy about it. You know, they parade through the office. There's some people, you know, they're doing some monkey business, and everybody's having a good time, getting drunk, having fun.
What was up with that other secretary? Joan, remember they have that other secretary they introduced, and she was very foxy. And Joan introduces her and tells her to go get coffee or something, I don't know. And she has like 1 or 2 lines of dialogue, and it looks like they're setting her up to be the sacrificial lamb to the Lucky Strike guy. But then we never even hear from her again, or she doesn't do anything. So I don't know. Is that just someone won a contest to be on Mad Men?
Maybe. Yeah. Hey, you could win a role on AMC's Mad Men.
Yeah.
Might have been.
I don't know. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But yeah. So episode 3, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Good stuff.
Now, I think it's New Year's. I think it's New Year's in the next episode.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I think so, because I remember the secretary. He asked her what she's doing New Year's Eve.
Oh.
I think he's getting her hopes up, and then he's gonna bag her at some point. Yeah. So Mad Men. Yeah.
What else on the TV, Larry?
What about Rubicon? Did you watch
Rubicon? Yeah. Apparently, I didn't watch it the night. They confused me because the night Mad Men premiered, they had a special preview of Rubicon, right?
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah, it didn't make its official debut until the week later, but they showed the same thing.
Well, they showed 2 episodes.
Yeah. But this, yeah, so it was very confusing. But so I watched the first episode the night Mad Men premiered, and I thought it was okay. I thought the writing was a little heavy-handed at times, like a little obvious.
What is the premise? Like, give me a background. Give me
basically a guy working for the government there, I guess the CIA or something. He stumbles upon a conspiracy.
Is this present day?
Yes, present day.
Uh-huh.
And he stumbles into something. And the guy, his mentor, and his former his father-in-law, but his wife is dead, and his wife and kids died in 9/11. So I don't think we need that aspect of it. But his father-in-law works with him, and he's his superior, and he kind of gives him clues like, hey, there's something going on here, pay attention. And then his father-in-law ends up dead. So,
ooh.
See what I'm saying? So there's a conspiracy afoot, and this fella here, he's trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah. I mean, it was okay. Well, I wasn't, I didn't think it was that spectacular or anything. I'm sure it's better than most TV, but it's not, like a 6, maybe 5 or 6.
It's no Mad Men.
No.
It's
I mean,
no
there's
Big
room
Brother.
to get better, but like I said, the writing's not up to par yet. I don't know, a little too, I don't know, some of the dialogue's not so good. But, yeah, it's no Mad Men, but, maybe watch it. Give it a whirl.
Are you gonna keep watching it?
No. But, if I'm, like, up writing or something and I need to put a TV on, hey, and it's on, hey, I'll leave it on, but,
All right. Well, that's something then.
Yeah. It's not like a terrible show, but it's not a spectacular show either. So somewhere in the middle.
Is Don Draper in it?
No, but apparently John Hamm's in some new movie with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when I see Ben Affleck, I just tune out.
Yeah, Ben Affleck plays some kind of a bank robber who takes a female hostage, and he ends up falling in love with her. And John Hamm plays like the FBI guy who's chasing down Affleck.
Huh.
It's weird just seeing Hamm not play Draper though.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think John Hamm should play Superman. Doesn't he have like a good Superman face?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should.
He should John Hamm.
Superman.
Or even Batman. Yeah.
Oh, Batman. Yeah, even better.
Because Christian Bale's like a nut,
Yeah, he's weird.
Yeah, we don't need him as Batman, but yeah.
I'd like a drunkard, womanizing Batman. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that'd be Iron Man then, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. Any other TV topics we need to discuss, Larry?
Yeah, not really. I told you earlier today, on the Stars I found something, but it wasn't Stars. It was on Showtime. I saw it last night.
What
but
was it?
It's a film of the White Stripes.
Oh, Great Northern Lights? Is that what that is?
I think it's called Under something or another. Maybe
it's
Under
They did Under Blackpool Lights a couple years back, and then I think this is Under the Great Northern Lights.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, it was just like, I turned it on I watched about 10 minutes of it. And it's just them on tour, like backstage, and But, you saw it?
No, I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
I got news for you. Meg White is devoid of any sort of personality. You can't even hear one thing she says. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. When she does talk, which is very little, they actually have to put subtitles underneath because you can't fucking hear her.
Yeah, she's very quiet.
I don't understand. Like, that whole dynamic is fucking weird. Those two are weird. They're weird. They're weirdos, man. They're goofs. It's just all feedback and goofy lyrics and that whiny voice of his, and then you can't understand what she's saying, but her gigantic tits are bouncing all over the place as she wails on the drums. I just don't understand.
Oh, really? You don't understand? Really?
Yeah, I don't understand.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it, but you said it's on Showtime, huh?
Yeah, it's on Showtime. I thought it was Stars. It was late when I turned it on.
Yeah, keep an eye out for it. All right, Larry, let's get in the top 11.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be a good top 11, I think.
All right. Let me get the theme song here, Mike Dell.
The numbers all go to 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
LCS Hockey, top 11.
11!
Yeah. So we had this idea a couple weeks ago when Brandon, he was excited about it. I thought he was going to come on and do it, but he's very busy. He couldn't make it this week. But we didn't have time to prepare anything else, so we'll just do this list. But top 11 over or underrated movies, or overlooked movies, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Basically, movies you wish more people would see in respect. That's how I
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, they don't have to be like, just in your personal opinion, Larry. These are movies you wish more people would see.
Right.
Now, we try to keep away, like if it's an Oscar winner or something, you don't want to put it on there. Just, it has to be an obscure film that a lot of people don't know, but it doesn't have to be obscure, I'm saying. But like a lesser-known work from a great actor or a great director. That's an approach I took to my list.
Yeah, I guess. Speaking of, great movies, do you know what I watched yesterday? The Flamingo Kid. I love that movie, man.
Really?
It was on something, and, young
Matt
Matt Dillon. Yeah, playing
yeah.
Jin. Yeah. It's a great movie. I love
Who's
it.
the broad in that? Isn't it
Janet Jones, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Cousin Mitch was watching it then.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. Miss Gretzky, yeah, she was in there, and Richard Crenna's in there.
Oh, he's very
good. Fisher Stevens. Bronson Pinchot.
Bronson Pinchot's on there. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, see that? He has a small part, but he's in it.
Perfect Strangers, one of my all-time favorite shows.
Really? You've never mentioned that. Is this Matt Stairs?
What?
Is Matt Stairs still play? There's no way that is Matt Stairs. For the Rockies?
Yeah. Not for the Rockies? Yeah.
I
wasn't sure he was playing for the Rockies, but I knew he was still playing.
I mean, well, it looks like him. I can't see the back. I'm only getting a face shot, but...
No, I know Matt Stairs is still in the league, yes.
Oh, my God. Who canceled?
Yeah.
Just like
for a second, I thought you were saying Matt Stairs is on Perfect Strangers. I'm like, no, I didn't see that episode.
No. Yeah. No, I'm almost certain. No, it's not Matt Stairs.
Hey,
it's Giambi. God damn.
Yeah, but Matt Stairs is still playing. I thought he... Yeah, it's not Colorado. I want to say... No, I don't know who it is. I was going to say...
It's Jason Giambi.
I'm sure Matt Stairs is still in the league. But next week, Larry, top 11 Perfect Strangers episodes. Let's make it happen.
Well, it's Biddy Bobcuz and then 10 other episodes.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so overlooked movies. You start first, Larry. Any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got a few honorable mentions. I got Go.
Oh, yeah, Go. We've talked about this before. Katie Holmes and Jay Moore, right?
Yeah, Jay Moore's in that. Katie Holmes.
Who else?
Sarah Polley is like the main star.
Oh, yeah, Sarah Polley.
Timothy Oliphant. He's in that. He's pretty good in that. It's kind of like we've talked about. It's like a Pulp Fiction for the younger generation. It's just kind of like it's like a drug deal told from 3 different perspectives. It's a good film, though.
Of all the Pulp Fiction rip-offs and knockoffs, this was probably the best one, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good watch. I got Clerks 2 on this list, Mike Dell.
Oh, jeez.
I'm telling you, it's not a bad film, except for like towards the end where after Randall and Dante, they get arrested and there's like a big, almost homophobic speech. It's a pretty good movie. I really hated it the first time because I was expecting so much more, but if you go back and watch it, it's not bad. I got He Got Game on this list.
He Got Game?
Yeah, it's a Spike Lee joint starring Ray Allen as Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Oh, it's a great film. He's like a basketball prodigy, and Denzel Washington plays his dad, who's been arrested because he killed his mother, Jesus' mother, and the warden is using Jesus' dad to like try to push him to go to like whatever college he wants him to go to, and he's promising him a pardon if it happens, and of course the warden's full of shit, and it's a good film. He Got Game. Spike Lee joint. And I also got, I don't know if you're going to be happy with this one, Mike Dell, but it's not a bad movie, Boiler Room.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, well, he's got a very small part in that movie. It's mostly Giovanni Ribisi.
Oh,
He's playing like a up-and-coming stockbroker, and it turns out like this company's, a fraudulent thing, and who's the hot black broad in? Gabrielle Union, maybe? She plays like the secretary that works at the company. It's a good watch. Boiler Room.
All right.
How about you on honorable mentions? What do we got?
I really didn't have too many written down. Where the Buffalo Roam? It's going to be on.
Really? See, I never saw that.
Yeah, 1980. Bill Murray as Hunter S. Thompson. Peter Boyle's in it as well. And I love it. Apparently, Hunter S. Thompson hated it. He didn't like it at all. But he liked Bill Murray's portrayal, but he didn't like the movie. But I think it's great. It's better because we both like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but I would prefer Where the Buffalo Roam, every day of the week.
Really?
I think, yeah.
You might be hearing about Fear and Loathing at some point.
Oh, yeah. But there's just there's so many good lines in it. But there's one good scene where they're playing like football in his hotel room. That's pretty good. I don't know. But yeah, Bill Murray's great. And it's probably his first big Well, I guess when was Jagged Edge? When did that come out? Because that was him as well, right? But
The Razor's Edge?
Razor's Edge, yeah. What did I say? Jagged Edge. Yeah, Razor's Edge. Those were like his two big acting, like serious acting roles, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
In his career. And, yeah.
Best Bill Murray movie, go.
Best Bill Murray movie. Wow. Lost in Translation.
Yeah, see, I got to go with that, too. If Stripes didn't suck so bad at the end, I'd go with that, but... Yeah, it's got to be.
You can't rate Stripes any higher than 5 or 6 because the first half's a 10 and the second half's a 0. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Lost in Translation. As far as funny Bill Murray movies, I don't know. Groundhog Day. You can't beat that. That's very.
Groundhog Day is a great film. Ghostbusters.
That's a legitimately solid film, Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it is. That could have probably made the list.
I hear a lot of good things about Quick Change. That it's been overlooked and underrated, but I've never seen it, so it can't make my list. But apparently, it's much better than people originally thought.
Gina Davis in that?
Yeah, and what's the Randy from?
Randy Quaid?
Yeah, Randy Quaid. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, maybe I'll give it. Isn't that like a bank robbery of some sort?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've seen parts of it. I don't think I've ever seen it start to finish. All right, Mike Dell, let's get into the list. You ready?
Yeah.
You want to go first?
No, you start.
All right, coming in. Well, these aren't even really ranked. This is just, but anyway, at number 11, I got Dogtown and Z-Boys.
Now, is this the skateboarding thing?
Yeah, it really is. And, let's make everything crystal clear. I think skateboarding is really gay. It's really stupid. But this movie is fantastic. It's a documentary. This isn't Lords of Dogtown with like the Heath Ledger and that. This is the documentary about the actual kids, the Tony Alva and the Stacy Peralta and them guys. And it just kind of shows how like these guys, they were kind of like surfer kids and they loved to surf and everything. And they tried to they started like imitating like surfer moves on skateboards, like and doing all these crazy stunts, and they would go into these skateboard competitions where these guys are kind of doing like these real gay stunts, like riding on 2 wheels and that sort of thing, and they would come in and just shred the place and taunt these guys as they were doing it, and they were like the bad boys of skateboarding. It is a great film, a very overlooked documentary, and if you happen to have Stars, it's on right now.
Oh.
You can watch this on Stars On Demand. It's a great documentary.
Yeah, because since Party Down was canceled, there's no reason to have Stars. But
well, there you go.
Here's the reason.
Yeah, give it a watch. It's like an hour and a half. I don't know. I really liked it.
And you love the documentaries.
I do, and they talk to these guys now, and they have footage of them, from when they were younger kids. And like just how their lives kind of spiraled, and who succeeded, and who became addicted to drugs, and it's a really, really good movie.
Yeah, give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Now, my list, the first couple picks on here are personal choices that movies I just love that I don't think people talk about. And then as we get further on, I'm going into some forgotten classics and whatnot. But number 11, I got my favorite beloved movie of the 90s, Mrs. Parker and the Vicious Circle, 1990.
Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. I really did.
Yeah, because one of my favorite authors is Dorothy Parker, 1920s, Algonquin Round Table. She's known for being all clever and witty and whatnot. And she's played by Jennifer Jason Leigh in the film, and to this day it's my favorite acting performance from a lady, Jennifer Jason
Ever?
Leigh. Oh, yeah, it's the best performance, my favorite of any acting performances I've seen. And Campbell Scott plays Robert Benchley. And there's a whole bunch of people in it, like Gwyneth Paltrow has a big part, Heather Graham.
Matthew Broderick?
Yeah, I don't like Matthew Broderick. He's a creepy dude. I just don't
He
like
is
him.
creepy.
Yeah, but even he can't spoil this film. It's
But
very
if you told me Jennifer Jason Leigh, Campbell Scott, and Matthew Broderick, there is no way I'm watching this movie, but it's really good.
Let me tell you something else. Andrew McCarthy, huh?
Yeah,
Does that help?
yeah.
Does that help you?
Well, Weekend at Bernie's.
Jennifer Beals. Yeah.
Ooh,
Flashdance.
I never saw Flashdance.
Yeah. So yeah, Mrs. Parker and the Vicious Circle, it's great. Some people might think it's a little slow or whatever, but I just love it. And great, a lot of Dorothy Parker quotes in there. But like I said, Jennifer Jason Leigh is just tremendous. Can't get enough of it.
Yeah, she
I think
does
it's finally out on DVD. They finally put it out on DVD a couple years ago. I still haven't got it.
You gonna buy it?
Oh yeah, if I ever see it. Yeah. Because for a while there, it wasn't even on VHS. When it, I remember I had to order it from it was out of print. I had to order. I don't even know where I got it from, but I had to specially order it on eBay just to get a VHS copy of it back in the day. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Plus 1984 is your favorite year, right? Larry? 1994 is my favorite year, and this is just another reason why Mrs. Parker and the Vicious Circle.
There you go. All right, Mike Dell, number 10. After hearing Brandon's list last week, I had to put this movie on there. Double Indemnity.
Yeah, see, I don't know if this should be on a list like this, because it's not really...
See, but I think for people our age nowadays, no, they don't know this movie. They really don't, and you should see this film. You should see it. It's so good. I mean, we've talked about it. This is probably the 8th time we've talked about this movie on this show. Fred McMurray, he plays like an insurance agent, and he plots his scheme with one of his clients to kill her husband, and they're going to make off with the money, and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, Fred McMurray is just such a cocky bastard in this movie. It's just so good. Film noir, right, Michael?
What's that?
Film noir?
Yeah, film noir. Yeah. I was probably in my early 20s when I first saw this movie, and I just knew Fred McMurray from the Disney films and the My Three Sons and whatnot, and I'm like, what the? You know, I don't want to watch Fred McMurray. Oh, my God, it's so good.
So good. So, yeah, if you're, you know, under the age of, 40, you probably haven't seen this movie, and you really, really should.
Yeah, Walter Neff, 2 Fs like in Philadelphia.
Very good.
Yeah. Now, I'm blanking on Edward G. Robinson. I couldn't think of his name. He plays the other guy. Yeah, but Walter Neff's an insurance investigator. Did you explain this? I kind of blanked out.
Yeah. Would you zone out on me?
Yeah, I think I did. I was looking at my list, going over it. Yeah, it's so good. There's so many great lines in it. Yeah, it's just, she's always saying, straight down the line, right? Yeah, no, it's just great.
I wonder if you wonder.
Yeah, I wonder if you wonder. She's got more tricks than a monkey on a high wire or something like that. Or it's sure as 10 dimes will buy a dollar. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
1944, and Edward G. Robinson, he was Barton Keyes.
Yeah, Keyes. Yeah, that's right.
Keyes. Barton Keyes.
Yeah, that's great. All right, my number 10, What's New Pussycat, 1965. Did you ever hear that?
Whoa!
Yeah, that's right. No, that's the song. Do you know the movie at all?
No, I just know that from that 70s show.
Yeah, this is like the epitome of the 1960s movie. It's a definite inspiration for like Austin Powers and all that, just like the set, the style and everything. But it stars Peter O'Toole as a playboy who he can't give up the ladies to marry his one true love. He likes being a single fella and bedding down all these foxes. But his true love is like saying, hey, it's time to get married and whatnot. But also Peter Sellers is in it, and he plays Peter O'Toole's psychiatrist, Dr. Fritz Fassbender, and he speaks with this like fake Austrian accent and stuff, and it's very funny because he's like just crazy and loopy. And Woody Allen's in it, and Woody Allen wrote the screenplay. So it's just a madcap little comedy from the 60s. It's very entertaining, and a lot of foxy ladies in it, and I enjoy it quite a bit. Whenever I see it on, I always stop and watch the What's New Pussycat. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, Woody Allen just has a small part in it, but like I said, he wrote the screenplay, so you can't go wrong there.
Does he play a neurotic in the movie?
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
He works at a strip club, helping the girls get dressed backstage, and he says, I forget what the exact line is because it's only like $25 a week, and Peter O'Toole says, well, that's not a lot of money, and Woody Allen says, yeah, I know, but that's all I could afford to pay them. You get it? Yeah. Yeah. So, but Peter Sellers, you can't go wrong there, and Woody Allen, so it's good stuff. A lot of people don't know about it, though. But yeah.
No, I don't know about it.
What's new?
Whoa!
Yeah.
All right.
Number 9, Larry.
All right. This is it's a popular movie. See, maybe my list isn't, fit the criteria, but I think it's a movie that gets overlooked. When you talk about, like, some of the greatest comedies ever made, like, this movie never gets mentioned, and it really should. We're looking for Private Parts, Mike Dell.
Oh, my goodness.
This movie is hilarious. Stern fan or no Stern fan, this is a good movie.
One of the funniest movies ever? No.
Yes.
It's okay. It's a good movie for Howard Stern.
No.
It's
no.
for Howard Stern.
No, wrong. Absolutely
it's a good
wrong,
movie.
Mike.
No, it's a good movie. I don't want to sell it short, but saying it's one of the funniest movies ever,
it's a classic comedy.
No, it's not.
It's better than Caddyshack. It's better than Animal House. It's way better than those movies.
Shut up right now. You're making a fool.
Caddyshack.
You're making a fool of yourself.
The movie's so
Private,
great.
here's the best line from Private Parts, and you know what I'm going to say. You want to
Go ahead.
Say it?
No.
WNBC. Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
WNBC. It's like a Private Parts is like a 7. It's like a 7. It's a solid.
No, it's
7.
it's a 9 movie.
Oh my goodness.
It's definitely at least a 9 movie.
Maybe
at
the tops, but yeah.
I think it gets overlooked. I really do. It's such a quality film. There's so many, comedically it's great, and there's still a love story involved, and it progresses, and it's not it's just a good film the whole way around.
In case you're scoring at home, Private Parts is better than Caddyshack.
Yes.
And what else?
And Animal House.
Animal House. Oh, good lord.
It's definitely better than those two movies.
Oh,
Caddyshack is so overrated.
Ridiculous. All right, my number 9. This is another film everyone knows I love, but I got to mention from 1996, Bottle Rocket.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, love the Bottle Rocket. Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson, James Caan. We've talked about it several times, because remember when we did our Best Movie Quotes edition, I think I had some quotes from Bottle Rocket in there.
Oh,
yeah, it's great. Yeah, the Wilson brothers they're trying to, in the movie they're not brothers, but they're trying to be thieves, like criminals. It's Owen Wilson, his character's name is Dignan. He wants to be like a mastermind criminal. So they're plotting, they rob a bookstore, and then they go on the lam, and just wacky hijinks ensue, but it's great. Love it.
No, I've never seen this whole thing. I've seen parts of it. They were at some kind of motel with the cleaning lady, and
yeah.
I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. I just didn't. I couldn't get a groove on it.
It's awesome. This is Wes Anderson's first movie, and Luke Wilson and Owen Wilson's their first film and everything, so it's great.
All right.
Bottle Rocket.
If you say so. Number 8, Mike Dell. I messed up my list. Because I also have at number 8 Double Indemnity again. I must really wanted people to see this. So, just take one of the honorable mentions and slap it in at number 8. Put He Got Game in there. He Got Game.
So you had Double Indemnity at, 10?
10 and 8.
Yeah. Well, it's an easy mistake to make because those numbers are so far apart.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hard to do. All right, my number 8, 1971, a little film I like to call The Beguiled.
Ooh, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, this is one of the lesser-known Clint Eastwood films, but it's very good. He plays a Union soldier in Civil War time, obviously, and a young Southern girl rescues him. He's on the verge of death, and she takes him back to this abandoned boarding house with it's just Clint and 7 ladies in this house, Southern ladies.
Ooh.
Yeah, and jealousy. He starts making it time with the ladies, and they all start getting jealous, and some things lead to...
It's like Big Love.
Yeah, but it's great. The Beguiled, 1971. Yeah, check it out. Yeah.
All right.
Another great Eastwood movie. A lot of people, I'm sure most people, if they know Eastwood, know about it. But because when you think Clint Eastwood, Larry, what do you think of? Dirty Harry.
Any Which Way But Loose.
Yeah, Unforgiven, that kind of stuff. But you ever see Play Misty for Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good too.
I don't love it.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. Well, what's the one on Fatal Attraction? Yeah, it was Fatal Attraction before Fatal Attraction.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I didn't love it. Wasn't that Clint's directorial debut?
Could have been. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
Or I don't know. He did the Iger sanction. That may have been his directorial debut. I don't know. But it was one of his early films as a director, I believe. But The Beguiled, yeah, a lot of people don't know about it. But yeah, check out The Beguiled. Yeah.
All right. It's no Gran Torino, I'm sure, though.
Still haven't seen that.
It's so good.
I've only seen about 20 minutes of it.
I love it. All right, Mike Dell, number 7 on my list, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
This is more like a cult film, I would say. It doesn't. It didn't hit the mainstream like it should have, but there's a lot of good quotes in it. Johnny Depp's in it, Benicio del Toro's in it, even Tobey Maguire's in it. He plays a hitchhiker that they scare to death.
Christina Ricci's in it?
Yeah. She is?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while.
She plays the young girl that the counselor's in love with there, Benicio.
Yeah. But it's based on Hunter S. Thompson, and they're kind of like Depp and Del Toro. They're going down to, where are they going, to Texas or something? No, they're going out to Vegas to cover some kind of motorcycle race.
That's right.
And they're looking for the American dream while they're there. And basically they just get high the whole movie, and it's just like a kind of psychedelic trip through, a drug-riddled mind.
There's actually a conspiracy that ties into Hunter S. Thompson.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, maybe we'll get into someday.
Should I play the music?
No, it involves whether or not he maybe took some pictures of people he shouldn't have taken pictures of. Or,
What, kitty porn?
Kind of.
Oh, no.
Not that he was. No, let me take that back. It's not like he was. Let's say there's some politicians doing things, and he may have had pictures of it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So maybe a blackmail case.
It's something that's going on, but it's just rumored. I have to look into it more. But yeah, Hunter S. Thompson. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. My favorite line when they're in the bar that's spinning around and they're all high on the. I don't know what they're high on. A lot of stuff.
I think ether at that point.
I think so, and he's trying to get him to jump off the spinning bar. What does he tell him, Larry? Benicio del Toro. Quick, like a bunny.
Oh, quick like a bunny. Yeah. And he says something about bats. When they're in the car.
They're supposed to be making another film, isn't Johnny Depp playing him again?
I think so. Yeah. I think
Johnny Depp's great as Hunter S. Thompson, but I'm telling you, Where of the Buffalo Room, I love it. Johnny
Depp is a great actor, though.
Yeah.
I really like that guy. Anything he does is pretty good.
Yep. 21 Jump Street.
You can buy that. They have that at the Walmart $5 bin. They got the whole first season for $5. Wow. I've never seen that show though, so I don't really know what. No.
Oh yeah, I used to watch it when I was a kid all the time.
What is that? Like a cop show of some sort?
Yeah, it was one of Fox's first hits. Remember the early days of Fox?
Yeah.
Richard Grieco didn't come on to season 2, I believe. He kind of replaced Johnny Depp after Johnny Depp left. But because do you remember any other early Fox shows? Beans Baxter. Do you remember Beans Baxter?
No.
He was like a teenage spy. You don't remember that?
No. Right. Herman's Head?
Yeah, Herman's Head.
I remember that.
One season of Herman's Head. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, Herman's Head was great.
But so, Married with Children and 21 Jump Street pretty much put Fox on the map. Right.
I still watch Married with Children almost every day. It's on TBS when I get up for work in the morning, so between 5 and 6 a.m. I'm usually watching Married with Children.
All right, Larry, my number 7, I got The Candidate, 1972, Robert Redford. I mentioned this last week, I think, with Brandon, or 2 weeks ago, but you never saw this?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, he plays Bill McKay, a candidate for the U.S. Senate from California, and he's entering the race against a strong incumbent, and there's no chance that he's ever going to win. But he just wants to enter the race to bring some issues to the forefront and to tweak the system and say, hey, this is the way politics should be. But as the campaign goes on, and certain I think a scandal comes out about the incumbent, and it seems like he's starting to get momentum, and he could actually win if he just applies himself a bit more. Suddenly his idealism goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? It's just a great portrait of politics and media, how media shapes politics. So yeah, The Candidate. Peter Boyle's in it as well, which he was also in Where the Buffalo Roam. So look, it all ties together.
Look at that, and Raymond,
and Young Frankenstein.
And I was going to say it as well. I never saw it.
Yeah, The Candidate, Robert Redford. It's one of my favorite Robert Redford films. Yeah.
More than Butch and Sundance?
No, but it's right
More
there.
than This Thing?
And we were talking about the Rubicon earlier, and I've heard people say that the Rubicon reminds them of 3 Days of the Condor. With
never saw that either.
Redford, yeah.
What about The Natural? Is it better than The Natural?
That's a tough call. Natural's just a special film there.
It really is.
And once again, because it's so vastly different than the book. That's the thing that shocked me when I read the book. It's just so much different. Speaking of Hunter S. Thompson, I wanted to mention, if you ever get a chance to read The Rum Diary, do it, because that's a great book. He was really
again?
What's that?
Do you mean again?
Oh, you've read The Rum Diary? No, you haven't. Have you finished
Several
Frankenstein,
times.
by the way? Because I remember 7 years ago, you were at a bookstore. I was so proud of you. You were at a bookstore, and you bought Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I'm like, oh, my goodness. Larry's reading some literature, some actual literature. And now, have you finished it yet?
Yeah, I loved it. Oh. Yeah, he's green. He kills that kid. Yeah, it's great.
But because speaking of another book that's nothing like the popular perception of Frankenstein, it's vastly different than what we think it is. But The Rum Diary, Hunter S. Thompson. It's tremendous. It's very similar. It reminded me a lot of Gatsby and Fitzgerald, the way he wrote. So, yeah, he could write the fiction. You know, people think of him as a gonzo journalist and whatnot, but The Rum Diaries, a great book. Yeah.
You know, I almost bought Gatsby the other day.
Well, you would have bought it and then not read it, so what is it?
Well, yeah, but at least I would have had it, though.
Hey, speaking of Robert Redford films, Great Gatsby.
I saw that, and I have read Gatsby.
You've read it?
It was required reading for, 11th grade. Yeah, so I was forced to read it.
It's one of my favorite books.
I figured.
Top 5. Yeah.
Top 5 ever.
Yeah.
Where does it rank behind, Leonard Maltin's 2002 movie guide?
2 spots ahead of it.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right, Larry, number 6.
Another movie, another mainstream movie. I went more mainstream movies, but here's another movie that I don't think gets enough credit because this director had another huge hit that everybody loved and then kind of overlooked this movie. But Unbreakable. Unbreakable.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Yeah, Shyamalama Ding Dong. Everybody loves Sixth Sense, and they're like, well, he can't top that, so I'm not even gonna watch Unbreakable. But you should watch Unbreakable because it is good. It's
a solid movie. It's a superhero movie, basically. Is what it is.
More or less. But you don't really, this guy doesn't even realize he's a superhero.
Yeah.
Till the very end. But, there's no capes, there's no costumes. He's just a regular dude who works a regular job, played by Bruce Willis. He's a security guy at he works at a football stadium. He's just a security guard there. But it turns out that he never put 2 and 2 together, but he can't be hurt. He doesn't get sick. He doesn't break bones. The only thing, his only weakness is, water. He drowns. He almost drowned when he was a kid, and, that comes into play later on in the film. But once he realizes that, maybe I do have these abilities, he starts to, explore, maybe I can help society and go out and see, if I can, clear a little crime off the streets. And, yeah, it's a great film. Unbreakable.
Just stay away from the beach. That's all you got to do.
That's it. And,
Yeah, it's pretty good, but when you were given the lead-up to this choice, saying a director later on, gets overlooked, I thought you were going to go Jackie Brown.
Ooh.
Are we going to be hearing from that later? Maybe?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
All right, my number 6, my buddy Paul Newman, 1967, Hombre.
Hombre.
Yeah, now I remember when I first told you about Hombre, you were making fun of it or something. You weren't even watching it, but now you love it, right?
Yeah, Hombre. It was on, I think today it was on.
Yeah, Paul Newman plays a guy named John Russell. He's a white fella who was raised by Apache Indians, so everyone else looks down on him. They think he's a savage, and they don't want to have anything to do with him. But he's taking a stagecoach somewhere with all these rich, snooty people, and not some of them aren't even rich, but they're all just snooty. And here some outlaws come and they want to rob the stagecoach, and Paul Newman as John Russell, he's their only hope to save them. And it's great because Newman he barely shows any expression at all throughout the movie, and everything he talks is like deadpan, like delivery straight, no emotion at all. But it's so great. It's a lot of great lines in it, and he's just a badass.
Yeah, he is a badass. That is a good movie. It is a good movie. It's no HUD, but it's good.
Yeah, because just a lot of people, once again, you think Paul Newman, you think Coan Luke, HUD, and all that. But here it is, Hombre. It's a great film. And another good Paul Newman one, I should mention, Harper. A lot of people don't know about that one. He plays a private detective, Lou Harper, and it's great. The opening scene is he puts his face in a sink of ice cubes, so Huey Lewis ripped him off. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, look at that! Yeah.
Yeah, but Harper's a great film. Strother Martin's in it. And,
wow, him and Strother Martin, they like making movies together. Yeah,
they were in a lot of movies together. Yeah. But so Hombre and then Harper as well, 2 overlooked Paul Newman films.
All right. Number 5, Mike Dell, another mainstream movie. I really love this movie, but it's called Rounders. You ever hear of it?
Yeah, I've heard it somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think it gets the credit it deserves. It's another solid film that, once again, people maybe, it's about cards. But it's not really. It's about relationships and, the breakdowns therefore, with the girlfriend and his buddy Worm. But, Matt Damon plays, I don't even know his name in the movie. Matt something or another. I forget what his name is. But anyways, he's a card player that got burned early on in the film, and now he's like a law student, and he's trying to get his life in order. His buddy Worm has been in jail, and he gets out of jail, and he kind of gets I think his name's Mike. He gets him back back in the poker circuit, and he loses the wife, and then he's kind of or the girlfriend, and he's kind of got to decide what's more important to him. And I don't want to give away the ending or anything, but he picks the cards. So if you haven't seen Rounders.
Who else is in that? Gretchen Mol plays the girlfriend, right?
Yeah, Ed Norton.
And Famke Janssen, the lovely.
Yeah, Famke Janssen's real hot in that movie. And Martin Balsam? Or Martin Landau.
Yeah. And John Turturro. And,
John Turturro. Yeah, he plays Kanish.
John Malkovich, right?
Yeah, I did not mention John Malkovich. He plays Teddy KGB. He's fantastic, and he's got some good quotes in that movie.
Keep an eye on the Oreos.
Yeah, and even a special guest appearance by Johnny Chan, poker legend.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Johnny Chan.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't, people don't talk a whole lot about Rounders, and they should.
Yeah. Did you ever see The 25th Hour with Ed Norton?
No.
Yeah, because when I was trying to look for some movies here, I was going through a list of overlooked films and whatnot, and apparently a lot of people like The 25th Hour, but I never saw it.
I never did either.
And another movie that came up on a lot of lists, I can't even think of the name now. Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer. Bang Bang something.
I have no idea.
Hang on, I'm blanking on the title. But it has something Bang Bang in it. And apparently Val Kilmer's like a gay detective. And Robert Downey Jr. is like an actor or something, trying to become a cop or something. I don't know, something like that. But everyone says it's very good.
I'm looking it up right now, Mike Dell.
This is when Val Kilmer still looked like Val Kilmer.
Oh, he wasn't a big, fat, bloated, giant fat head?
No.
I don't see it.
IMDb.
I don't. Well, I'm on IMDb. I don't see anything with Bang Bang.
Really?
And then I'm under Val Kilmer.
Yeah, it would be mid-aughts, I would say.
Mid-aughts. I see Wonderland, The Missing, Blind Horizon.
If I even have to type on my computer to find it.
I just don't see it.
All right, you keep looking.
I'm looking.
And I'll go to number 5 here on my list. Charade from 1963.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn. Now, have you heard of it? Charade?
I've heard of Audrey Hepburn, but no, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, everyone thinks this is a Hitchcock movie, but it's not.
Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang.
Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang. Yeah, exactly.
There you go. All right.
There it is.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to give that a whirl because I like the Robert Downey Jr.
You sure he's gay in this movie? His
no,
name
Robert
is...
Downey Jr. Val Kilmer apparently.
Yeah, well, Val Kilmer's character's name is gay.
Oh, well, maybe that's a coincidence.
Gay Terry. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, maybe I just read gay detective. Well, his name's gay and he's a detective. Maybe.
That could be. I'm unaware. But anyways, let's hear about Charade.
Yeah, Charade, 1963. Like I said, everyone thinks it's a Hitchcock movie because it's a mystery and suspense and whatnot. But no, it was directed by Sidney Donen, and it's tremendous. You got Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn. Also, Walter Matthau's in it. You like Buttermaker? Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And you're also your buddy George Kennedy, Dragline.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shaking it up here, boss.
Basically, Audrey Hepburn, she's on holiday in Switzerland, and she finds out that her husband's been murdered. And not only that, but that he apparently, at one point during World War II, he stole $250,000 from the U.S. government. He stole a payroll for the Army. And him and 4 other dudes did it, and they still can't find the money. And they were looking through her husband's effects, and they couldn't find the money. And they want the money back. The government says, hey, we want our money back. Not only do they want the money, but her dead husband's former partners, they want the money too. So they come looking for her to get the money. See what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Cary Grant comes in. He plays a guy named Peter Joshua, and he says, well, I'll help you out through all this. But is he a good guy, or is he one of the old partners too? Just trying to get the money. See?
And the whole thing's a charade.
Yeah, you don't know who to trust. And it goes through Paris and stuff. And but anytime you get to see Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn, that's a win-win, you know?
Well, Audrey Hepburn's a win.
Yeah, this is a great movie here. Charade. Yeah.
Never saw it.
Yeah, check it out. They did a remake a couple years ago. Marky Mark
Oh my God.
A foxy lady named Tandy Newton. I don't know if you remember her.
Yeah, Sandy Newton from Mission Impossible 3. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very good looking. But I can't remember what the name of that movie was, but it was just awful. You know.
I find that not with Mark Wahlberg in it, Mike Dell.
I know, it's shocking. But yeah, so go see Charade, 1963.
I don't know if you can go see that. Another movie, Mike Dell. These are like the rest of my movies are, you know, I don't know. Anyways, another movie that it gets mocked a lot, but it shouldn't because it's very, very good. At number 4, Mike Dell, The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. But so many people know, but it's like so overly...
I understand they know about it, but it's underrated. People, I guarantee you a lot of people haven't seen the movie because they just think they know, and they know that, like, the girl has the boogers at the end coming out of her nose. But it's such a scary film. And the fact that the thing that makes it so scary is there's no special effects in this movie. They use nothing. You don't see shit in this movie. There's nothing. Nothing happens in this movie at all. It just plays on your sense of fear. And I guarantee you, watch this movie by yourself with the lights out, sit in your living room in pitch black and watch this movie, and tell me you don't get freaked out by it. Because go ahead.
What year did it come out?
I don't know. It had to be like...
I'd say like 99-ish or so.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
But I remember when it came out, there was a big buzz about it. You know, like...
Yeah.
This is when the internet was in its infancy, pretty much. Like, you know,
yeah. Well, I don't know if it was in the infancy.
Well, 94 is really when the internet really kind of came huge.
This was the first movie that generated huge internet buzz. That's how this movie... Yeah. This is where... Because the way they set up this movie is they made it seem like this actually happened to these kids. And, you know, like you said, the internet was relatively new. So you didn't really know. There was no way to really check. And you really thought this was a true story about 3 kids that go out into the woods and just disappeared, and they found their footage.
Yeah, there really was quite a concern that, were these real? Were these real?
Yeah, you didn't know. That's so sad to think that, like, 10 years ago, you didn't know if this was true or not.
It was before, there was no such thing as viral marketing, really, back then, you know?
No, they were the first. This was guaranteed was the first movie that really took this angle. And I'll tell you what, it worked. It worked gangbusters. Because
I remember, I used to watch a lot of the independent film channel back then on the TV.
Yeah. Now, have you seen Blair Witch?
Parts of it, not start to finish. No.
Yeah, see, you really need to watch it start to finish and watch the demise of these 3 kids.
Number 3, I got I have a Hitchcock movie here last time. No, I'm sorry, I'm at number 4. Touch of Evil, 1958. This is not a Hitchcock movie. This is an Orson Welles film, Larry. Touch of Evil.
Yeah. I think, have I seen this one? Is this the one with the row of dead trees at the end?
No, that's Third Man.
Oh, okay. Then I haven't seen Touch of Evil.
Because usually when people think Orson Welles, they think Citizen Kane and then Third Man, which are 2 tremendous films. But another good one is The Lady from Shanghai with Rita Hayworth. Check that one out. But Touch of Evil, 1958. Charlton Heston plays Mike Vargas, a Mexican narcotics official, and he's on his honeymoon with his wife Susie, played by Janet Leigh, and they're like honeymooning in a little Mexican border town. And also at the time, Vargas Heston, he's supposed to testify against the drug lord. And the drug lord's brother and his nephews are like kind of tailing Heston, and they want to like scare him and his wife so he doesn't testify. And at the same time, a car drives across the Mexican border there and blows up, and there's an American industrialist who was killed. And Vargas gets involved in the investigation. And while he's doing that, his wife gets kidnapped by these drug folks. And Orson Welles plays a crooked cop in a small border town there. Named Hank Quinlan, and it's a great performance by him. But he also helped to write it, and he directed it. So it's just a great Orson Welles, performance all around, and great use of light and shadow and whatnot. It's a great film. And the big thing about it, everyone always remembers, is that the opening scene where the car blows up, you pretty much follow the car. It's an amazing crane shot by Welles. It's one continual shot. I forget how long it lasts. But you basically just follow this car throughout the town, and like the camera pulls up high, and you watch it, and it zooms in, and then it blows up. But it's an amazing shot. And so, yeah, Touch of Evil. You got to give it a whirl, Larry. Touch of Evil.
I love the Citizen Kane.
Yeah, Orson Welles was just dynamite. And once again, Lady from Shanghai is another beauty. There's a great scene at the end of there in this room, and there's a shootout going on in this room full of mirrors. That's a famous scene. But, yeah, let's give it a whirl.
Fair enough. Sounds like a plan. Number 3, Mike Dell, on my list, Jackie Brown.
Yeah, see, this is great. And we always say that Pulp Fiction is like the much cooler movie, but Jackie Brown's at least I always say, is the better film, I think.
It is a good, it's a solid film. It's kind of like Charade. You don't know who's playing who, you know? You don't know who's in on it. It's the story of, Pam Grier plays Jackie Brown, and she's a flight attendant who kind of gets caught up, she gets arrested smuggling, she's smuggling all kinds of money and some cocaine in there and what have you. And Michael Keaton plays the detective, on the case, and Samuel L. Jackson, he plays like the gun dealer, and Robert De Niro plays, what would you call him, like, his right-hand man or whatever.
Yeah, flunky.
Yeah, his flunky, yeah, and Bridget Fonda plays the girlfriend of Samuel L. Jackson. It's a good ensemble cast.
She looks very foxy in this film.
Yeah, in that movie, yeah. Most of the other time, not so much. But it's a great, what happens is they try to, there's a bail bondsman who might be in on the whole con, and they're trying to get this money back, and I'm not doing it justice with the description of it, Mike Dell.
There are a lot of scenes, like the same scene will be shot from different perspectives, from characters.
Yeah.
The scene in the mall where they're it's great, and thankfully it's almost entirely free of Quentin Tarantino, because once again, Quentin Tarantino director, great. Quentin Tarantino actor, terrible.
He's fine in Pulp Fiction. He's fine in Reservoir Dogs.
Absolutely terrible. But the only time we get any Tarantino in this, you hear his voice on an answering machine, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Because of course Hitchcock would always appear in his film somehow. He always weasels.
Yeah.
So I think Tarantino tries to do that as well, or something. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, Jackie Brown is great though. I dig it. I saw it in the theaters, actually. Jackie Brown.
Wow. 1997, Mike Dell.
97. Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy hell! 13 years ago.
Yeah, it's been out for a long time.
Wow, I was a young, impressionable lad of 22.
Yeah, time flies when you're sitting in a chair.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
All right, but this is why I've seen so many movies, because all I do is sit in a chair. Number 3, a Hitchcock film, 1943, Shadow of a Doubt. Shadow of a Doubt. Because remember last week Brandon asked me what are the best Hitchcock films, and I always say Vertigo, Rear Window, North by Northwest, Notorious. But one that's always forgotten, Shadow of a Doubt. And it's great. Teresa Wright and Joseph Cotton are in it. Teresa Wright plays a young girl whose Uncle Charlie, Joseph Cotton, comes for a visit. And she always loved her Uncle Charlie when she's a little girl. And actually, she's named for him. Everyone calls her Charlie, and because that's her name. But he comes for a visit. She hasn't seen him in years. And as she starts hanging around with him, she starts to think, hey, Uncle Charlie may not be who he says he is. And he might be a murderer.
Oh.
Yeah. And so then she's the only person in the family who kind of picks up on this. So that means Uncle Charlie has to take care of the niece. Know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah. It's a great film, yeah.
He whacks her?
Hey, I don't want to ruin the ending for you. But you're a big fan of Hume Cronin, aren't you, Larry? Because Hume Cronin's in it.
Oh, I love Hume Cronin.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
But, yeah, it's a great movie, Shadow of a Doubt. And it belongs in any discussion of great Hitchcock films.
Better than Rope?
Yes.
Better than Psycho?
Yes.
Psycho sucks.
Yeah, Psycho's good, but Shadow of a Doubt's better. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. You got anything else to add on it?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if you were done. I didn't want to cut you off. Number 2 on my list, Mike Dell. Requiem for a Dream.
I knew this was going to be there.
Yeah, of course it's going to be there.
You love Requiem for a Dream.
I love this movie, and I think everybody should love this movie, especially if you're on the weed. It's even better then, but it's the story of
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, the end. Oh, Jennifer Connelly, yeah. Ass to ass. But, yeah, it's the story of, like, these four people. It's a mother and a son, Yeah, a mother and a son, and then the son, he's got a friend and his girlfriend. And it kind of just tells their story of how they spiral out of control with addictions. And, they're all trying to, they're all like, the younger folk, they're all hooked on the heroin and stuff, but the mom's hooked on diet pills because she thinks she's going to be on television. She thinks she's going to get on TV, played by, that's played by Ellen Burstyn, the mom. And the son's played by Jared Leto, lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah.
And
I like
the friend.
My So-Called Life fame.
Oh, was he in that too? I never watched that show.
Oh, yeah, it was great. I love the My So-Called Life.
Yeah. And, his buddy's played by, I think it's Marlon Wayans. Maybe it's Sean Wayans, but I think it's Marlon Wayans.
No, I think it's Marlon, right?
Yeah, I think it is Marlon. And,
Did you see what year this is from? This is like 99-ish as well, right? Somewhere around there.
I can, let me look it up real quick. But like I said, it's just like it's 2000. It's just them spiraling out of control with the drug addiction, and it's a good story. It's filmed really. It's a whole different sort of film. The way they cut the scenes together. I think Darren Aronofsky directed this movie. And the way he cut like certain I don't know how to describe it. It's like cut shots, like 1 second clips, and sometimes there'll be 4 boxes on the screen at the same time, and it's a really different kind of film, but it's a good story, and it's kind of trippy. Like I said, if you're on the weed, it's real good. And then at the end, of course, Jennifer Connelly, her drug addiction's taken her so far that now she's doing private stripper shows and, trying to get money for drugs. And if you like Jennifer Connelly, you'll like Requiem for a Dream, no doubt about that.
Yeah, that Aronofsky character. I thought he did Pi as well.
Yeah, Pi? He did do Pi. Yep, Pi's another good movie.
1998 was Pi, and he also did The Wrestler, 2008.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, and did you ever see The Fountain, 2006? Hugh Jackman, Rachel Weisz, I believe.
No.
That's supposed to be good. I was on another. I noticed that on a lot of the underrated lists as well, but I've never seen it.
What's that about? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. Some sort of time travel, not time traveling, but star-crossed lovers throughout time, I'd say.
Eesh.
Some of it takes place in the future, some takes place, I don't know. But also, speaking of Hugh Jackman, did you ever see, what was that other one he was in, The Prestige?
Yeah, I didn't see that either, like some kind of magic
that's
movie.
Supposed to be good, yeah.
Because there was another magic movie that came out at the same time as The Prestige.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and I thought, I didn't want to see either one of them, so I never did.
Fair enough. All right, I'm up to number 2, right?
Yeah.
1951, The Big Carnival. The Big Carnival. Sometimes it's called the Ace in the Hole, but yeah, that's right. It's so good it had 2 titles.
Wow.
Yeah, it was written and directed by Billy Wilder, but it stars Kirk Douglas. I love the Kirk Douglas. He was in a lot of. I almost put Detective Story on the list because no one ever talks about Detective Story. But that's one of the best movies ever. But I think enough people know about it. It won an Oscar and whatnot, supporting actress and whatnot. So enough people know about Detective Story. But that's a great Kirk Douglas movie. Another good one is I believe Champion, when he was a boxer. That's a swell one. But The Big Carnival, he plays a down on his luck news reporter who used to be in like the big city, like in New York or something, a big investigative journalist, but he's fallen on hard times and he's got bumped all the way down. He has to take a job in a local newspaper in like Albuquerque, New Mexico. But he knows if he just gets one big story, he can be back in the big time. So here, when this guy gets trapped in a mine, Douglas is the first guy there to cover the story, and he starts to milk it for all it's worth. You know?
Uh-huh.
See what I'm saying, Larry? So he turns it into a national media sensation, and it just examines the media and fame and what people do to get famous. And it's a great story. Yeah, The Big Carnival, Kirk Douglas. Check it out.
Fair enough. I really thought
it's already
Detective
beeping,
Story.
Larry. It could stop at any moment.
Your phone?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. All right. Do you want to go number 1 in case you get cut off?
Yeah. My number 1, A Face in the Crowd, 1957. I've talked about it several times. Andy Griffith. When people hear that, they're going to laugh. But no, Andy Griffith is one of the best acting performances ever. It's kind of like we mentioned Double Indemnity and Fred McMurray, but Andy Griffith, A Face in the Crowd. He plays Larry Lonesome Rhodes. Patricia Neal's in it from HUD. You know?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Walter Matthau. But Andy Griffith plays an Arkansas drifter who becomes an overnight media sensation as well. And he's like just a drunkard. He plays the guitar, but people just like his down-home wisdom, and I think he's clever and he's entertaining and he's charming, and he becomes a big star. And it's just all about fame and wealth and greed and politics, and it's awesome. Facing the Crowd, Andy Griffith. Love it.
All right. Number 1 for Mike Dell, Facing the Crowd. He wants you to see it. All right, Mike Dell, my number 1, I don't know if you've seen this movie or not. I'm sure nobody has seen this movie, but it's called American Movie.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, and it's a documentary about this guy named Mark Borchardt, I think his name is.
Yeah,
and
he started doing stuff for Letterman after this came out, remember?
Wait, hold on. Somebody's calling. Oh. He started doing stuff for Letterman?
Yeah, Letterman was a big fan of this film, so he started having this guy shoot little video segments for him.
Oh, really? But, yeah, the premise of the movie is it's a documentary about this guy named Mark. He lives in Green Bay, I think, and his whole dream is to finish this horror film that he started shooting like years ago, and he needs money to finish it. And along the way, he has problems. He's got bill collectors calling. He drinks quite a bit. He likes to gamble on the scratchers. He likes to, his family's a little wackadoo, and he's borrowing money from his uncle, and he's got this friend named Mike Shank. He's the most,
Shank.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He is so good in that film. He's like the most subdued guy you'd ever meet. But he does like the music for the movie, and he does some screaming. Like they got to record some screams, and it's just hilarious. It's a funny movie, but it's also like I don't want to say inspirational, but you think, well, you know what, this guy he never gave up on his dream, and look at him, he's still doing it. But you got to go out and rent an American Movie.
I wonder what he's doing these days. Any idea?
I have no idea. Let me click on his IMDb.
Let's get Mike Shank on the show.
He's filming something called Scare Me.
Huh.
Yeah.
We could probably book this guy on the show, Larry.
Well, I bet we could.
Yeah, I bet we could too. But what was the line? He's getting his granddad apart in the movie. He's like leaning out the truck, and he has to say,
"Yeah, oh, what the hell did he?"
It's all right. It's okay. Jesus told me so. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and they got to do like 90 takes of it. Yeah, it's his Uncle
right,
Bill, I think.
It's okay. Jesus told me. Yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah.
It is so good, American Movie, and I bet nobody's heard of this movie before.
Yeah,
few people, but I don't know. That was number 1 on my list. Because like before we did this list, I told you like this was a tough list to come up with, and as you could tell by my entries, there's a lot of mainstream on my list. Oh, excuse me, but American Movie was the first movie I thought of. This is way underrated. Nobody has seen this, and everybody should see it.
Yeah, it's a solid choice.
Yeah.
But, so there you go, 22 films that you should all enjoy.
And I'll tell you right now, your list won.
Oh yeah, my list is vastly superior to yours.
Yeah.
You know a movie you could have put on your list, and I thought you might, would Josie and the Pussycats.
I thought about it, but I didn't feel like getting mocked.
But because Rachel Lee Cook, first of all, super foxy. And,
oh my God!
But that movie's actually much different than people think. It's very satirical, and it's about media and popular music and stuff, and how society is shaped and formed. So it's very smart. It doesn't seem like it on the surface, but it really is. Yeah, that could have been there.
And just staring at Rachel Lee Cook all dressed up in the glam makeup. Oh my God! I've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah.
A lot of times. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. All right, Mike, we're on a show.
Yeah, my phone's about to die, so yeah.
All right. We'll be back Wednesday. Do we have anything lined up for Wednesday that you know about?
We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I was very busy with all my social activities. We didn't have time to book a guest or do a conspiracy or anything, but maybe next week we'll have something. I don't know.
All right. Fair enough. I think we lost Mike Dell.
Mm.
Oh, no. I thought it sounded like your phone cut out. I thought you were gone.
Yeah.
No. All right. So, yeah, we'll see. The usual nonsense and, whatever bullshit that we normally bring you. Go visit AdamCarolla.com and download the Days of Thunder podcast. It's very good. And don't forget to listen to the Major Minority Report, which is on hiatus right now because they fired Doug over there, and I'm upset about that. But he'll be back at some point, I'm sure. Him and his wife Shelley are putting out little mini podcasts, so you can check out Major Minority Report and Vertically Striped Radio Saturdays at 5:30 on the Blog Talk. But I guess that's it, Mike Dell. I got nothing else. We'll be back Wednesday at 9. Until then, pass the gin, Governor. Fucking switchboard.